Welcome to the NuKKle HeDD podcast. It's your boy NuKKle HeDD. We got.
This is your boy Krills.
Woo-wee. Shit, we up in here. The two originators. What's going on, Krills?
The two boss man. I like that one.
Right.
You called me off guard. I had like a whole thing to say, and you said that, and I said word. That erased everything.
Yeah.
That erased everything I had to say in my mind, bro.
Right. Fuck it.
Yeah, on today's podcast, we would like to talk about police brutality, man. What's going on, especially fresh off the press. What is 16 or 15-year-old girl got shot up?
Yeah.
How many bullets? Was it 3 or 4?
From where I remember from the footage, I think it was 3.
Yeah, I heard 3 too. Yeah, we're gonna discuss if the officer was wrong or right. Was he in his right to do so? Who was wrong here?
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't have all the facts. The facts are not out yet, so none of us know. To be honest with you, we could just go off by what we see and what we're about to watch.
We're going off of the same evidence that everybody else has.
As everyone has, man. It's all public evidence, as you can say.
Yeah, unbiased opinion. What up, Aaliyah? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
Madam Bias.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Aaliyah?
So, all right, so
Pug emo.
all right, so here's a little caption underneath to describe the video. Columbus, Ohio, a teenage girl is dead after being shot by a police officer Tuesday afternoon in southeast Columbus. Officers were called to the 3100 block of Leanne Lane north of Chatterton Road just after 4:30 p.m. for an attempted stabbing, according to the Columbus Dispatch. Within minutes of officers arriving, an officer-involved shooting occurred. Family at the scene told 10 TV that the victim is a 15-year-old Mikayla Bryant. Mikayla Bryant. Mikayla Bryant called the cops for help because the girls were fighting outside of her house. A family told the news outlet. Oh, all right. That's all right. I don't know why that was in quotations also. But yeah, Columbus News. All right, so that's you right on time. We just started earlier. So that's
That's crazy. That's a nice area, bro.
Columbus, Ohio. That part of
the
Columbus?
area that this incident happened.
It looks like a nice neighborhood. I'm not even front. That looked like a nice neighborhood.
Looks real nice.
All right, so let's play this. It's 1 minute and 20 seconds, and let's see what happens.
Is it full screen?
Yeah, full screen.
Okay. You could pause. All right, rewind it. Like, you know what? As a matter of fact, let's watch the whole video through, and then we'll go back and do the pausing.
All right.
Let's watch it not the first time, but let's watch it straight.
Yeah, we'll watch it the first time. We'll watch it straight, and then we'll come back.
Right, yeah, with the pick.
It's on the Discord too if you want to see it in real time, so there's no delay.
No, I'm on Discord.
Right,
yeah,
cool.
I have your stream on the side.
All right.
The chinguetta's on the side.
Chinguetta on the side.
What's going on? Hey, get down! Get down! She had a knife, she just went at her.
My man has his hands up from deep.
I peeped that.
Yeah, I'll peep something else new too. Nice area.
We can actually hear it now.
Check Crocs on. I need some Crocs.
Nah, it was a sock.
No socks.
Oh no, Crocs. Yeah.
Yeah, I see the knife on the floor.
Okay.
What he was about to do, grabbing her legs like that.
I have no idea. No idea.
All right, before we start, do you want to ask the chat what they think about this?
Yeah,
real quick
yeah.
Before we go in, we don't want to get interrupted. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you guys think of what you just saw? So that way you don't get it
right.
Yeah. Because this happened recently, you know. So that way you don't get a swayed opinion based off of our opinions.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I don't want to sway nobody's stuff.
Yeah. So what do you
You know,
think?
you could just either right wrong or right. You know, if he's guilty, not guilty, does he deserve jail time or not? And then I'll share my mind with you guys on this one.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's a sticky situation, man. Would your mind change though? Like once we get the facts out, right? It would have to. Once we get the complete facts, like once we hear like the police audio, the 911 call itself.
Aaliyah said everything about the situation is horrible.
I agree.
I don't know.
This was all fucked up.
Yeah.
That's you know at the end of the day.
Yeah. I don't know. So go ahead. I was gonna say, I don't know if my mind would change unless something was brought to light, like because it seems clear as day as for this camera.
Oh yeah.
But
let me see. Is that another cop car behind on the left side of the gray car by the hood?
over here?
Cause it looks like the guy that we are seeing this from, his body camera. I feel like he arrived late, or maybe the other two officers arrived late.
Yeah. This white car to the left over here looks like a regular car. I can't tell anything for the black car.
That looks parked. Yeah. Oh no, because you know what? The police vehicle he got out of is white.
Yeah. But
so maybe they showed up late.
But they might have a two-tone car, so they could be black in the back.
Could be.
But
all right, so that's one fact. Yeah. We don't know when those cops arrived.
Yeah.
We just see them walking.
Yeah. But from the officer's perspective, if you put yourself in that situation, it's like you can't really tell anything what's going on. You're walking into a brand new situation here.
He knew about the reports because he was responding to the call about someone getting jumped outside.
Yeah.
See, but I don't know what was said on the police call.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know, like they're jumping me, or I have a knife. I'm defending myself. I don't know. We don't know that.
But I mean,
but he was responding to a fight, right?
Yeah.
Or did it mention in the description that someone had a knife? I would double check that.
Let's see.
Because I don't know. Because if he was responding to a situation where there's a fight and a knife and someone was holding a knife or reportedly has a knife, then already his intentions is his threat level is a little higher than normal. You know, he's going in there already hands on weapon. Like, all right, there's reports of someone with a knife here.
All right, so it says officers were called just after 4:30 p.m. for an attempted stabbing.
Okay.
So
wow.
So if they're called for an attempted stabbing, then they're probably already on someone here has a knife.
If that's a fact, yeah. If that's the truth, then he already knows what he's kind of walking into. Like, all right, there's an attempting stabbing and a fight. Let's see what's going on.
Someone has a weapon.
He literally walked into this. And then in the beginning of the video, everybody was just there, right? I'm assuming talking crap to each other.
Yeah.
And I want to know if there was a fight before he showed up and everyone just settled and then fought again because the cops showed up. Yeah,
right. Because here, I think the call was about the girl being jumped.
The girl was being jumped, right?
That's what they're saying. But then again, there's a lot of different shit going on. Because I heard that there was a 16-year-old and they're saying this one's 15-year-old. And then it's like she was being jumped, but then you see this, it's not really much of a jumping, right? And she's the aggressor. It's like
true, right?
Then you
absolutely.
You know, this is a very messy situation for all the information to come out so fast.
Yeah,
we're playing a game of telephone.
Yeah, pretty much right now, you know, because there's a lot of people angry right now and raging about, you know,
this officer.
This is racist. This is we don't know. I mean, off this video that we're watching right now, we don't know.
Yeah,
it doesn't seem like it as of right now.
Based solely off of the video, which is all we can go off of.
Yeah, I feel you, Aaliyah. Me too. But a lot of people should be held accountable. Everyone in this video should be held responsible for this. Because there's a lot of people not doing anything. I see a lot of people just not trying to calm anyone down.
Yeah.
I don't see nobody pulling people away from people.
Yeah.
Like, yo, get in the house.
'Cause,
You know, cops are here. Let the cops handle. Get in the house. Everyone get away. Like, you know.
All right, so let's take this section by section. So as soon as he gets out of the car, he sees 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna assume there's another person here. 5, 6, 7 people. There's 7 people in his line of sight. The 2 girls went to the girl with the knife. House supposedly the jumper. Okay. All right. So there's 7 people here. He gets out of the car. 7 people. Right.
Okay.
This is what we got. Boom. He walks out. These people are here. As of right now, from what I can tell, there's just people standing around
and arguing. I hear screaming.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's an altercation, but there's just 7 people standing around. He walks up. What's going on? So obviously, it doesn't look like what the call is. If that's the case, if there's an attempted stabbing.
In my opinion, maybe he just figured, hey, I'm here late. The fight happened.
Yeah.
Now let me go investigate what's going on.
Yeah, because that's what it could be misconstrued as. Right?
Right. Like they already fought.
Yeah,
I'm here late.
yeah.
Shit.
Shit,
All right.
we
Let me
like,
get some details, some names, what happened. Let me get the story straight. All right.
Yeah. Right?
What's going on?
Boom. Now they start fighting. This girl
And you
starts
hear
running
him
after
go,
her.
What's going on?
Yeah. He said it twice. Then you see this girl running from the.
Let's go rewind.
Wait. Did she run from
with it?
She ran from inside the house. I don't think she was originally there. 'Cause I see a shadow by the door here. You see where the garage is? To the left of that, there's a little section of the house.
Figure there.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna assume she ran from the inside of the house
What's going on?
and came in.
Oh, can you play the video? Or this is on YouTube or?
It's on
WorldStar?
WorldStar.
Damn. Okay. Because on YouTube you could slow it, like play it in slow motion with the playback speed. But this is fine. Because she got there fast.
She did get there fast. No, she might have been standing next to her.
What's going on?
Maybe that was someone else.
Yeah, she might have been standing next to her. All right, I may have been bugging with that.
Either she punched her, pushed her, or attempt to use the knife on her right there that she fell back. I can't tell, but there was some arm motion.
Yeah.
Moving forward.
So all right. So Aaliyah said, all right, that's what I said. The cops could have interviewed without guns. The dad didn't have to kick the girl in the face, and the girl should have never ran and hid the knife or just came out at all. So, all right, so that's true. But based off of the cops' perception, what we know from what the caption said, there's a knife at the situation because somebody tried to stab somebody, right? And then you walk in and you see this happening. So you're already on guard. There's a weapon on the scene. You don't know who has it, and you don't know who's the threat here. Then you see this girl.
You don't know who made the call.
Yeah.
He didn't even get to interview anyone yet, Aaliyah.
Yeah, he just said.
As soon as he said, "Hey, no guns were drawn yet."
Yeah, he said. What?
You can tell from the video he had his left hand out saying what's going on, but I'm assuming the right one was on the hip.
Or it became on the hip the minute she became an aggressor to this woman.
Or it became on the hip. Yeah, could be. Yeah.
Let's see.
That's what we can see. That's what we're getting from this.
Yeah, as of right now, we see the left hand. We don't see the other hand.
Remember, he hasn't spoken to anyone yet.
Yeah,
guys. Okay.
Boom. He's rushing over because he's a police officer. He goes after this woman. This guy kicks her. Now, let's rewind a little bit. I don't know why my man right here went to kick this woman and not go after his.
You already know that's a relative from Mikayla, maybe a brother, or a friend, an uncle, someone of the sort that didn't like that.
But you know, not for nothing. And I said this when we saw this video the first time. My man right here, it's his fault that this girl died because not for nothing. If the cops are here and I know you have a knife, because someone called the cops that you had a knife. And you went after. I would have went after you. I would have tried to hold you back, and not try to kick a girl that's already on the ground.
I would have been the grown up. Someone had to be
I would have tried to protect my. Yeah, I would have tried to protect my family.
None on site.
Word, I'd try to protect my family.
None on site. Very poor choices. And Aaliyah, I don't know if he was asking the girl in the pink.
Yeah.
Could be. You could be right. But he was just asking what's going on. No one, everybody was still beefing. What's going on? And then boom, everything happened.
Yeah, because he didn't have time to get a response. All right, so
no one was paying attention to him. They were after cops. They were still trying to get it popping.
Yeah. All right, so at this moment, so he didn't have his gun out until this moment, because you see his gun comes out. Like this is
right there.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, right here on the right side is his gun.
Okay.
And you see how it came out facing down. So I'm pretty sure he pulled it out right there.
Knife. He noticed the knife.
Probably
already on the girl.
He could have, or could that just been the thing on some, yo, there's 7 people here. I don't know how many other cops are here. I'm gonna pull this shit out. Yo, stop.
That was my assumption. Remember when I was like, I don't know if she tried to already attempt to stab her the first time when she fell to the floor?
Yeah.
That he saw that and then made him take out the gun. Like, yo, she got a knife. You know? This is the knife everybody was talking about.
Yeah. They claiming the dude is her dad. Okay, yeah, especially as a father, I'd have definitely went after you to protect you.
That's what they're saying, that was the dad?
Yeah, they're saying this. I think he says that's my daughter when he shoots him. But,
okay.
All right, so at this moment, he pulls out the gun. Yeah, he pulls out the gun.
Right.
Hold up. We're going to have to rewind. Because I know he said something like 3-4 times. All right. Get down, get down, get down.
Yeah.
All right, so I don't know if you guys can tell on the stream, but right here where I'm circling with my mouse, a knife fell. Or something.
There's a dog.
Yeah.
There's a dog.
Yeah, he's just chilling.
A little puppy.
Yeah. He interviewed and said he saw the knife. Okay. Oh, we gotta see if we get that. But so right there, right here, something fell here, and you saw the knife when she was on the ground. We already saw.
That was the knife. Okay, cops appear. All right, on the left-hand side, he came from the back, so they just arrived. Look, they're coming from the back side.
Yeah.
From his 6. So probably just arrived, and they look lost.
Okay, you heard him. She had a knife and she just went at her. He said that to the father, and at that point, it doesn't matter.
Said that to the father.
Yeah, because he said, "What are you doing?" And he said she had a knife and she just went at her, and the father says it doesn't matter. She's just a kid. No. If you have a weapon in your hand, you're no longer considered a child.
The cops have the right to meet deadly force with deadly force.
Yeah, I mean, if a child had a gun in his hand pointing at you, he's no longer a child. He's a threat.
You know how many kids died years ago with the fake guns?
Yeah.
You know? Even with the orange tip.
Yeah.
It looks like a gun. The cops' number one priority is their safety first. Regardless of what happens or what goes down, they need to be safe.
Yeah.
No, that's the training.
And you know, I'm gonna, because you see the girl in the pink over here. I feel like these people know each other, and this just got way out of hand.
Right. Like those two friends. My man over here. There were 2 friends, and then something happened, and then they just started a fight.
Yeah, my man over here got his hands up. I'm not gonna blame him.
He saw him from deep, right? He's like, I seen this before.
I want to put my hands up as we speak.
Right.
But
boom. They're trying to help her out. Maybe I don't see any CPR attempt.
What
maybe
up,
they're
Joe
calling
P?
EMS.
My thing is this: like, one, I don't see that.
What's good, Joe?
I didn't see any of that with these other 2 officers. He did the right thing. Yeah, I see that. All right. But where it comes to the tricky part is, all right. Maybe we can see this dude here. Does he look like he's on his walkie-talkie here? This officer over here.
The left side, right? He looked like he's like.
He got his hand to his mouth. Yeah.
They got to call it in, so.
Yeah, because
maybe shots fired. We have a suspect down. We need immediate attention.
Yeah, but I understand you shot the girl. I didn't see anybody like move the knife away from her. And then like there's no pressure being applied to the wounds. Like I don't know. Maybe they're like, yo, those are fatal shots. We're not even gonna attempt.
Yeah, I don't think cops are in a position to do that.
Yeah, but usually
I think it's like the union work.
Yeah,
like, hey, that's EMS's job.
Yeah, like but usually you would see like yo, Adam David 2121 or whatever the fucking code is, shots fired, suspect down. You know, officer related shooting or some shit like that. You would hear something. We need a bus or something. I don't see that here.
Yeah, maybe it didn't register in the camera.
Word.
Well, give it like a day or two, because more
that's
cameras
true.
are coming out. Yeah, more videos are coming out.
But based off of this analysis of this video, I don't see any racial bias or I don't see anything wrong with this. He did save that woman in the pinks. At most life, at most life, and at minimum health.
Right.
Yeah. How many adults were there prior to the cops arriving? Did something stop them? No, yeah, for real.
Yeah, we were just talking about
another
that.
thing.
Everybody's responsible for this video. You know what I mean? And even after the first attempt of her stabbing or hitting the first girl that fell down, the father or whoever he was attempt to kick her.
Yeah.
So you already know the situation beforehand. Nobody was stopping nothing. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And the crazy shit is like, this is a 15-year-old girl.
He doesn't know any better.
Yeah, and in a situation like this, as adults, that 15-year-old girl don't have no say. Sit your ass down or go to fucking side. We're gonna handle this as adults. Or
what is wrong with you? Drop the knife.
Or if you're that ignorant, you fight. We don't need to call the cops. You fight 1D right now and squash it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you came out with your family and you had a knife.
Did they know? I want to know who made the call and who reported the knife incident. Because
honestly, I didn't know that the knife was reported in the call until I read the
description.
Yeah, the description here. I was under the assumption that she called saying that she was about to be jumped by two women or two girls, and they came in already fighting. And then I see the video, I'm like, this is not what was described on the social media. Yeah, it wasn't described on the social medias or that when I saw this.
Right. So, with all the evidence we have on hand now, or what we have so far to see, how do you feel about this, bro? Is the cop wrong? Is the cop right? Could he handled it better?
Well,
and if so, how?
In the let me see something. Let's see. Hold on. My man,
about this? You think the cop was wrong?
My man literally had 11 seconds to decide.
Yeah.
With 11 seconds to decide,
with people put in potential like harm's way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What up, Alex? Yeah. This right here, this scene right here shows this woman's life is in danger.
Yeah.
There's a deadly weapon
here.
She
has a leg up trying to block. She sees the knife as well. Like, oh wow, I'm about to get cut up or stabbed.
And in 11 seconds, we have 1, 2, 3, the woman that was on the floor,
That's a great
and the dad 4.
Because that picture says a lot, bro.
Yeah.
You could tell that the cop saw obviously he's seeing what we saw.
What up, Hav?
Where we're watching, and boom.
Yeah. That's what we're saying,
Hav.
Danger. Yeah.
She needs help.
Because you have 1, 2, the woman on the floor 3, and then this guy right here 4. All 4 of these people were fighting. She has a knife. She's going after the girl in the pink. 11 seconds has passed since the cop walked out of his car door, and this is the decision he made. I don't see in that situation. I don't see any other outcome. Who's he gonna talk to? How is he gonna stop somebody with a knife when this guy's already kicking somebody in the head and she's running after this one? No one's within arm's length of this dude, and the other 2 cops are nowhere to be seen.
The only cop there.
The other 2 cops are nowhere to be seen.
Happened.
To be honest,
they came from the 6. They came from behind. The one came from the left, and the other one from the right, from the back.
I don't see this cop doing anything wrong. To protect and serve, he protect this woman with the pink. Because as of right now, there may be 2 women there. You have a knife, and there's cops on the scene, and there was no aggression before they got out. You initiated the aggression. So there's no longer self-defense there. It's an assault with deadly weapons.
Exactly. Everybody was standing, and then she made the attacks.
Yeah. So, I mean,
I think the only poor decision made here was the people before the cops arrived, the family members, the friends
dropping
around
frames.
her. That was the only poor
Yeah,
decision. I think the cop made the right decision at that point, at that moment. Remember, we don't know all the facts. None of us do. So we're just going off the video of what's been released so far. And I don't think the cop made a poor decision. Maybe he had maybe it's wrong morally because we don't want to see no one die from anything, from any result of police brutality or whatever the case. You don't want to see no one die, and the fact that someone had to die to save a life, I don't know, man. Is it justified? Is that justifiable?
No, it is.
They had to kill this person to save you.
It is because at least for like military training and I think it also goes with the police. You have to prevent death any way it can. So if this woman,
right, that's the job.
No, but like if this woman took that knife and tried to stab herself with it to kill herself, they have to shoot her.
Yeah. That's been done. They will not let you commit suicide. That's correct. Yeah.
So it's like, but Aaliyah, her
it's
hand.
Still a messed up situation.
This cop. I'm not joking, is lucky enough to have hit her and only her in the shooting. Cops are not sharpshooters. To shoot her in the hand, her hand is underneath this woman's leg. He would have shot the woman.
I don't know.
He would have shot this woman in the pink. He would have shot her.
I just read it.
No, you know what I'm saying? But he would have shot this woman in the pink. There were a lot of times that police officers shoot at things and miss. There was a couple years ago, somebody with a gun in the World Trade Center, and cops shot at him, and 11 people around the scene, innocent bystanders, got shot.
This is not Verdansk.
Yeah.
This is not Call of Duty.
Yeah.
This is real life.
And they're trained.
If you guys go to a shooting range in real life, it is not the same.
Yeah.
Aiming is hard.
And also, the thing is like they're trained to shoot center mass because of that. And the thing is, like, one, he already pulled out his gun. He didn't have time to think of a taser.
He saw the threat. And
there's a deadly weapon there. If she was just standing there with the knife, not in a fight, yelling and screaming, and he shot her, all right, there could have been a little bit of different tactic there. But she's in a, you know,
been a good argument there. Like, whoa,
right here, this frame right here, life is on the line. There's a life being threatened here.
Even if she wasn't attacking anyone and she just had the knife drawn, guns would have been pulled out regardless.
Yeah.
Put the knife down with guns drawn. So
yeah, he nailed all his shots.
Also escalate quick. He did nail all his shots. I mean, that's like a what? 10 feet? 8 feet distance? I think I could nail shots like that.
But you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
But you will be surprised.
Yeah. There were stories about like missing complete.
Gun
like
jamming.
Dead in the face within arm's reach and missing shots. That gun takes a lot of time. If you're not trained to use a gun properly or enough, the recoil alone make you shoot somewhere else. And then what if he never fired his gun and he shoots it and blinks because there is that reaction. You know, you blink and all other shit. This person, I'm gonna be pointing with. This person on the left would have got shot. The woman in the pink would have got shot. The car would have got shot.
But it could have ricocheted off the car, hit someone else. You know, it's a sad situation. But I'm putting all the blame. I'm putting all the blame on the parents. I don't want people to start getting mad and saying, "Oh, racist stuff." I think the cop did the right thing. It was just very unfortunate that it had to cost a life.
The blame is on this man right here in the hoodie.
I really feel like he did the right thing. I probably would have done the same thing.
Yeah. Because
like, he saved someone potentially. We don't know if she was gonna die right there. The girl with the pink. We don't know. But the fact that we didn't get the chance to see what would have happened is justifiable. Like, you know.
Yeah. But what would have happened?
What if she was aiming for the neck? Who knows?
Yeah. But what would have happened if he didn't shoot her and she stabbed this woman and then they tackle her? Okay. Now this woman is dead. And this little girl's doing life in jail for manslaughter. The same outcome would have happened. And then you'd have been like, but the cop ain't doing his job.
Exactly. If he didn't prevent the girl from stabbing the girl in the pink, let's say it did happen. If she gets stabbed, the pink girl doesn't die, but runs away from the stabbing.
Yeah, for real, huh?
Cop takes out taser, stop, boom, whatever, down, what? What happens? If I was the girl in the pink, I'll try to sue that police department. You ain't do your job. I was being attacked.
Yeah.
with a deadly weapon in your face and you ain't do nothing. Like, you know what I mean?
And
what happens after that?
Word. And all of this in 11 seconds, he has the process.
Yeah,
in 11 seconds from our video, and what we're talking about here, in our face, 11 seconds, he had the process. But like I said, yeah, I honestly believe it's the father's fault. If this is her father, it's her father's fault because he should have been grown enough to put my daughter inside the house. You're gonna talk to me now. If there's a problem, you're talking to me. You're not gonna touch my daughter. I don't give a shit, female or not. That's just me as an instincts and me growing up with the parents I had. You know what I'm saying? And then if she has a knife, nah, you gonna put that shit down. I'm here to protect you. Put that knife down because
I'm smacking the shit out of my daughter, bro. You crazy?
Because you wouldn't want your daughter living with the fact that she killed somebody.
Exactly. I'm preventing you from making the biggest mistake of your life. And I will smack fire out your face.
And she committed the biggest mistake of her life and it cost her life.
There you go. You know? So, and there's a lot of people on social media right now raging. Everybody's mad. Everybody's talking about he's next. A big icon of mine that I follow. I feel like he's he's emotional right now, and his name is LeBron James.
Yeah, tweeting accountability. He's next.
Posted a picture of this cop saying you're next, and I don't know how it rubbed me, but I was more on the whoa. I don't think this is one of those situations here. You know, I don't want anyone to like just lead with emotions. Yeah, we're happy that George Floyd's killer got convicted, whatever, guilty. We're all happy for that. We all celebrate it. But that's not going to solve anything. You know, this is continue going to happen. This is going to happen regardless. And I don't think this is another situation of that.
No,
there was no. I don't see race. I don't see the race card being pulled here, man.
He took it down, I think. No, wait.
I don't see it. And now there's another video that surfaced talking about the cops were screaming out Blue Lives Matter after the situation. I haven't seen that video. I've heard someone texted me like, "Oh, they just dropped another video that the cop that shot her screamed out Blue Lives Matter." I don't know how true that is, and I don't know the rumors behind it, but that's what I've heard. Is there a video of that on there?
All right, hold on.
When you get the chance,
I was trying to look for the tweet LeBron gave so he can see it, but he put out this tweet also afterwards. He goes, "I'm so damn tired of seeing black people killed by the police. I took the tweet down because it's being used to create more hate. This isn't about one officer. It's about the entire system, and they always use our words to create more racism. I'm so desperate for more accountability." But in this case, the people who need to take accountability for this are her and her family.
Their own people, yeah. her own peoples.
Like, it's sad, and I get it. Another black person was killed by an officer. But it was to save another person's life. Black, white, brown, and blue. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he did the right thing, man.
And the thing that sucks for this guy is that it happened the day after George Floyd's.
That's what I'm trying to. Good point, because now that leads to what I was gonna say, that everybody's so high on emotions right now due to the George Floyd situation. Everyone's happy, and then boom, this gets filmed. I don't know why. You know what I mean? Other people were filming instead of helping out the situation, but that's another story. And then boom, another kid dies. You know what I mean? It's not like another black person was shot. This was a teenager. This was a 15-year-old. So it hit people different. Yo, when people were already saying, "Yo, he needs to go to jail. He needs to die. This is racism." Like, we don't know what's going on.
Oh, there's a better video of this.
Would it made a difference if the cop was black? No, I don't think so. It shouldn't.
The following contains.
Our goal is to provide as much information and as quickly as we can and provide the information that we have access to. Again, the state of Ohio, the Attorney General's office, BCI, is conducting a criminal investigation.
I don't think it would have made a difference if the cop was black, because a cop is not white or black, a cop is blue. And that's the battle. It's blue versus versus black. You know what I'm saying? I think that I think the fact that he's white, you know, a white cop
makes it worse.
Yeah, it just makes it more like you see it's like, oh, another fucking one. But
Your
I don't.
perception,
Yeah.
well, your perception changed because he's white. Or I should say the perception stayed the same because he
Yeah.
was a white cop shooting a black person.
But I don't. It could have made a slight difference, but just the fact that it's a cop that it
into this incident.
they still would have
We
drawn
know it's
hate.
important
And the crazy shit is, I woke up to this, you know, looking at the social media, and it was all like the way when I woke up and I read this, I was like, damn, another one, a fucking another one. And then you see what happens, like, hold up.
Yep, you hit it. That's what I read, and I said, whoa, immediately, without me even knowing what's going on. This is why you can't be believing social media, guys. I read like I think the same tweet you read, and when I saw the video, it was the total opposite. It was it hit me when I saw it than when I read it. When I read it, I was like, oh, wow, damn, this is messed up. Right after we found this guy guilty, we're moving forward. We're going to continue moving forward. And then I read the tweet, and I said, wow, back to square one.
Yeah.
And then I saw the video, and I said, whoa, everybody take a chill pill. Someone died. My condolences. It sucks. You know, I don't want to see no one die besides of natural causes.
Yeah.
You know, that in a perfect world. And I think he did the right thing. I stand by this guy, bro. And even if he was wrong, and even if he does go to court, this case is on his side. He could win this one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's not guilty at the end of the day. You know? This is crazy.
Before I answer that, Big Food, I also want to put into the thing that this right here goes to show you that we need to learn not only how to deal with cops, but how to conduct ourselves, because it's still like cops, whether you hate them or not, they're still out there and they still have to do their job. You know what I'm saying? And in this situation, it looked like there was no education on how to handle a situation once a cop comes into the mix. Because I've been in situations where I chase people into other people's homes to fight them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in that situation and you know, being held back in this ruckus and all, and the minute cops come, you got to turn that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not even for the fact that you can get arrested and all that. It's because here goes the guy you can't touch. You know, here goes the people.
The teacher walked in the classroom.
Yeah. Here goes the people.
Everybody put your phones away.
Here goes the people.
You know?
No matter how right you are, you can't touch these people.
Right.
And perception from them is key. That's one thing you need to learn. Perception from an officer in a situation is key. So as much as I was the aggressor in that situation before they got there, I was no longer the aggressor when they got there. That's why I didn't get in trouble. That's why I wasn't in trouble. And everybody that was involved was on some it was a misunderstanding and we walked away. You know what I'm saying? But if I would have keep pressing the situation like I didn't give a fuck they were there, you wouldn't see me here right now.
Yeah. But that just goes to show you, man. All right, guys, like, we have to look at the bigger picture, man. Like, this shouldn't never happen to begin with, bro. In my opinion, like, I don't know what was their beef, but I'm like 98%. Like, I have a 98%. There were like a 98% chance that that could have been solved without any cops being called. 100%, I raised it up. 100%, that fight could have been settled better than that.
Yeah.
It should have been de-escalated. And I
By
bet
the
you
adults.
it was over something stupid.
A Twitter fucking post or something.
If it's a 15-year-old getting jumped, or 15 or 16-year-old getting jumped, you know it was out of stupidity. Maybe social media beef. He said, she said beef.
Yeah, but
maybe she stole money from me beef.
Yeah.
It's always it's gonna be something stupid.
So Big Food wrote down, do you think if the cops had no guns like in the UK have no guns, do you think it would make a difference? It would have made a big difference because that woman in the pink would have been fatally wounded, or the officer would have been wounded because this woman had a gun. I mean, this woman had a knife. without him doing what he did, in the 11 seconds of the decision he had to make, someone would have got hurt.
And in close combat, a knife is 100 times deadlier than a gun. 100 times deadlier than a gun. If you're standing 10 feet, 5 feet away from me, I'm stabbing you before you get your gun out. If those were my intentions. And I take my knife out and I lunge and run at you. And one step lunge, I'm stabbing you before you even fathom what's going on.
Yeah. So
the knife is deadly.
No,
this
it is
why
deadly.
they match deadly force with deadly force.
So Aaliyah's saying no one should have guns, and Big Food's saying he disagrees. Guns are not bad. It's how you make it. Well, guns were made to kill things. Animals, people, whatever. They were made to kill people, to kill things. So the debate on whether you have them or not,
right. At the end of the day, it just goes back to who's using the gun.
Yeah.
Cause what was it say? It was a couple of people. There was a couple rappers that you always said. I think it was Nas. Like, it's not the guns that kill people. It's the people that's using the guns to kill people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we understand why weapons are made, of course. But we pulled the trigger.
But in 11 seconds, and I'm gonna go back to that because we don't have any more than 11 seconds of footage. In 11 seconds, that gun was used to save somebody's life. It took somebody's life in the process of saving someone's life.
Yeah, it's still a messed up situation. I agree with all of you guys. It's a messy situation. But these are what cops have to deal with day in and day out. You know? We can't just always point the finger.
Yeah.
What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. At the end of the day, no matter what color you are, what flavor you are, where you come from, when you woke up, what side of the bed you are, it doesn't matter. Right is right and wrong is wrong.
And even the perception of right and the perception of wrong is right and wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because this guy's like, I don't care if she had a knife. She's a little girl. The father said that. Like,
right.
Yeah, but she would have killed somebody.
How do you react to that? Like, all right, she's attempting to stab the girl in the pink, and I realize that she's a teenager, a young girl, and I don't shoot because she's a young girl. What happens next? We know this is all hypothetical. These are all what ifs.
Yeah, based off of what I see, what happens next is the girl in the pink gets fatally wounded, or
seriously wounded. You know, who knows?
Gets killed, hurt, or worse.
Who knows?
Yeah.
That cop was not willing to find out. And I think as he should, yes. If I'm being attacked with a knife and there's cops around me, I would look at the cops like, do something.
Yeah. Now,
in all honesty, if I'm getting chased with a goddamn, say, machete or a big butcher knife, and they're attempting to stab me, and I'm like defending myself, and I see cops around, like, dude, you take the shot. You hit me or not, please take the shot. Help. Do something. I don't care what it is at this point. Get this dude off of me. You know, protect me. That would be my thought process now, going on.
On the other hand, look at this video. This is where shit. I wish I would have had. This is where a cop makes a stupid decision. All right, can I get this without the fucking?
Oh, with Daunte, what's his name? Daunte Wright.
Daunte Wright, yeah. See if I can get this without the news reporter. These fucking ads, man. None of this shit.
I hate those ads.
Yeah.
Around 2 p.m. local time Sunday, police pulled over Wright. The police chief.
So here goes a situation where a cop was completely wrong.
Expired registration on his license plate.
And based off of another person, of a retired police officer's analysis of what's going on, this guy right here made a mistake of not bringing the kid to the back of the car.
The release
But-
that whole situation
Yeah.
was botched.
Yeah.
That whole thing was botched, bro.
Yeah, she had no one's life in being threatened.
She was
A
a
lot
retard,
longer than 11 seconds to deal with this situation.
The video shows
And
Wright
two other
begins
people
to
here.
resist as cuffs are placed on him and he gets back into the vehicle.
retard.
There is no reason at all for her to pull this gun out. There was no reason her to pull the fucking taser out.
No, there was no threat here.
She's behind this guy. Why is this guy like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you gonna pull out a taser behind your officer? What, yo, if she would have shot this dude, if she'd have shot the officer, she pulls the gun out behind him.
What an idiot, man.
You know, it's like this is
What an
ridiculous.
idiot, bro.
You see,
Both of them.
yeah, you see what I'm
Wright
saying?
is seen.
She panicked. That other guy, this officer here, I felt like with the shit that he had, did the best he could do. Right or wrong, that was the best he can do in the 11 seconds. This
Stepping
woman,
out of his vehicle. Police then tried to take Wright into
There's no
custody.
way.
Messed that up
After
completely.
discovering
Yeah.
he has an outstanding warrant.
She deserves
The video
jail time.
shows Wright
100%.
begins to
She
resist
deserves.
as cuffs are placed on him and he gets back into the vehicle.
The
Where was
one-
that dog at
this
whole
cop
time?
here, I don't know who was training what. I know the one on the right, on the
A
passenger
supervisor
side,
was there.
was the supervisor. This guy could have been training, but I feel like this woman had more than a couple years on the job.
Yeah, Leah. The guy that was handcuffing the kid, he was the one in training. That's
No.
why he messed up cuffing. It took a while to cuff him.
Look at she fires with the cop's head in the car. She fires with this guy's head. Look at his head. Look at this officer's head. Look, he goes back into the car to drag him out, and boom, right in his face, she shoots him. Right in the office. I didn't see that the first time, but right in the officer's face, she shoots him.
Yep.
As I
One
watched the
shot,
video and listened to the
the
officer's
other cop
commands,
bounced back on some, whoa, what the hell's going on here?
Now that's stupidity.
Yeah.
You want to see another?
There's not much to say about this video. That she literally, they both dropped the ball,
Yeah.
and the third guy dropped the ball because he looked like he was excited, and that was the supervisor. And they handled that whole thing wrong. Once you get a suspect out of the car, you move him to the back.
Yeah.
You close that door. You tell him to turn the car off. Remove the keys. Let me see your hands.
Yeah.
And he botched that handcuff. He was supposed to clip those cuffs. He was struggling. That's a no-no. I'm not trying to say what Daunte Wright did was right. Right or wrong, he was not a threat.
If I believe
That's
so,
what I'm trying to get at. Right or wrong, he wasn't a threat to no one at the time.
true. And yeah, from what I remember, you put your hands in the back of your head, you interlock your fingers. You put the cuff on one hand, you bend that shit behind them, and then you put the other one and you handcuff
put
the other hand.
one leg in between the suspect's
You know what I'm saying?
leg to have control. So what we read.
You know, but like that's how I seen being cuffed.
Right. I've been there before. I've been cuffed and I've been moved to the back of the vehicle and they made me sit down. Like there's no running away from this. With knife, something happened to him. Oh yeah. I seen, of course, Bigfoot. I seen that video.
Oh, yeah.
That video's surfacing up to with a guy threatening the cop with a knife. He's like, I'm gonna kill you. The cops don't do nothing.
No, there was a gun in that car. Oh wait, you remember
There's
the
another
white?
one, not that one. So I know which one you're talking about.
The white guy with the-
it's old video. Yeah, it's an old video of a white guy with like he had like long hair and he's swinging at the cops. I will kill you. I'm
Yeah.
gonna kill you. Yeah, she messed up big time, Aaliyah. There's no, see, you can't defend your actions.
You know why that happened, Bigfoot? Because there's a major misconception with the way let me change it back to the regular podcast. With the way that society's seen, right? So when you see George Floyd and Daunte Wright and Mikayla Bryant, even though Mikayla Bryant I felt like was wrong in the situation, when you see those people, they're threats. No matter if they have a knife like she did or not, they're threats, right?
Yeah.
So even us. So they approach us as threats. They're already in a hostile situation. They have to protect themselves. They're on guard. When there's a white person involved and this guy's waving a knife, he's mentally unstable. There's something mentally wrong with this dude.
There's something wrong with that guy.
And you approach
himself.
And you approach a threat and a mentally unstable person two different, completely different ways.
Right.
Because you go to one like, I might be able to help this dude because he's mentally duressed, and you go to the other one. This guy's a threat. I have to protect myself.
Yep. That's true. And that's the problem. The perception because of our skin colors, that's the problem. It's like if you're not white, you're a threat automatically. I don't even know you. You're a threat.
Yeah.
The approach is different because to them we're scary. Because due to them we're dangerous.
And the crazy thing is when I see them all the time on the train. Even though they're MTA police, sometimes they're NYPD. But when I see them on the train, whether they're on it, boarding it, or walking through the station, I'm always like, oh shit, there they go. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking in my head, the checklist, like, do I look like I'm somebody that, like, am I giving off the impression that I'm somebody that they need to talk to? Am I standing, like, is anyone else standing next to the door on the train? Like, am I giving these guys an excuse to come fuck with me? And it's sad.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was just gonna say. Like, why give the cops an excuse to do anything harmful to you? Like, why are the cops being called? Like, ask yourself that first. Don't put yourself in any situation where the cops are needed. If the cops are needed all right, let me take that back. Unless you're in danger and you really need the cops for help, please, by all means, call the cops. Someone's breaking an entry, someone's messing with you, someone's stalking you, someone's following you. Please call the cops. Yeah. But if you're if you're the one doing something that needs the cops' attention, you're already in the wrong. Like, what are you doing that we need to call the cops?
Well, I mean, for some people, it's not that simple because some people are just. I was walking around with Arizona iced tea and Skittles.
Right, but yeah, exactly. But then that enters another room. That enters another discussion. Like, you know what? Now this is racial. Now that's another thing. But like in the Mikayla Bryant situation, don't put yourself in a situation where they need to call the cops on you.
Or don't call the cops and be outside with a fucking knife. Help.
Right. Even if she was the one that made the call saying, yo, listen, I got two girls jumping me and they have a knife. Maybe that was the reason why she got a knife. We don't know if those other two girls had the knives or not. Because the call was, yo, someone has a knife and they're attempting to stab, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
And then two girls were jumping her. Maybe she ran into the house and got a knife to defend herself. But either way, my point is, which is still stupid. The cops have arrived. Don't put yourself in a situation again. Let them handle it. And you tell them, hey, look, those two girls had a knife and they tried to stab me. And they tried to jump me. Search them, officer, or whatever. Let the officers do what they got to do.
Because once the police officers come, you have no ability to handle any situation. It's in their hands now. It's in their hands.
You pass the baton to them. Like, all right, officers, you're on scene now. Okay, now protect and serve.
Yeah.
Protect and serve. Just don't put yourself in those situations.
You're no longer in control of the situation.
Oh.
And you have to be extra in control of your actions. Because
and I'm not blaming her, man. She was a 15-year-old kid. I was 15-year-old at one point.
Oh, man.
I was a hothead. I was doing stupid things. I didn't. I was conscious, but not aware of my conscious decisions at the time.
Yeah, I'm happy I didn't make stupid decisions.
I went based off a lot of emotions. Maybe my friends hyping me up to do stupid shit, which was like 90% of it. And you do it because you're young and you're dumb and you're trying to be cool by default, because that was the thing to do. You gotta be cool. Yeah. I want to be cool. I want to be, yo, Krills was the man. Whatever the case may be, but that still leads to stupidity. You know, maybe that girl wanted to be gangster. Maybe she wanted to prove that she's not a punk. Or maybe she wanted to prove she wasn't scared. I don't care if the cops were in front of me. I'm still gonna handle what I gotta handle. You know what I mean? Which is also stupid. She put herself in that situation, man, which is sucked. And what's worse was that there were older people, there were adults, parents, neighbors around, and everybody was just busy recording instead of putting their fucking phones down and talking sense into these people, or maybe even pushing them away. Like, yo, get away. This is over with. You know?
Yeah.
Why don't they be held accountable?
Why are they not?
I feel like they should go to court and be trialed. Conspiracy.
Endangerment of a minor.
You know what I mean? Why is this 15-year-old girl out here running with a knife? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Oh, Krill's rapping on the podcast. Yeah, I'm sorry, Eddie. When I talk about something like I really mean to say, I throw the hands up.
Word. And that's why I had to have the special podcast with my man Krills, because my man Krills got something to say.
Sounded like a song for a second. I was rapping those bars.
That's it.
Spitting the truth.
Yo, NuKKle Entertainment is no longer a podcast. Spit them
the
bars.
Truth, man. It's just not the truth. I'm not saying. At least my truth. It's just, at the end of the day, it's all opinionated. We don't know all the facts yet, so my opinion might change.
True.
You know, and I'm allow it to change because that's what happens when you try to have open mind. You got to see things in different angles.
Everyone's going off of 11 seconds worth of footage, and I'm gonna say this because I heard you say it earlier, and you saying that one of the police officers was screaming "Blue Lives Matter" after the fact.
Did you find that video?
I did not.
Okay.
But I didn't give it that much.
Yeah, no, because I don't know if it's true or not. I haven't seen that video either. With the Blue Lives Matter. I heard. That's all I know. I guess the people were saying something to the cops, I think, on the way out. And he turned around on something like Blue Lives Matter. Which they do, because all lives matter. And I say all lives because I include animals in there also. All lives matter doesn't just include white people or African American people or Spanish people.
I had a debate with this about my boys about the Black Lives Matter, and I'm not gonna explain anything more than just my boys because it goes deeper than that. But it's not Black Lives. It's Black Lives Matter also, and that's where they're coming at. You know what I'm saying? Black Lives Matter also, because when you see shit like this from George Floyd and the other kid and a lot of them, all of them. Yeah. It's almost like their lives don't matter. Because they're dying left and right. They don't get no due process. They don't get no trial by peers.
Yeah, our life is expendable.
They're guilty until dead.
Yeah.
And they don't get any chance to change the fact because they're dead now. They don't get a chance to defend themselves.
Right.
So when they say Black Lives Matter, it means Black Lives Matter also. And they should matter just as much as every other life.
Even animals.
But you know, that's where it comes from. That's what they're protesting about. That's why people get mad when they see shit like this. Because it's fucking ridiculous. If we have a right to be trialed by jury, we have the right to prove our innocence. We're innocent until proven guilty. Why is everybody being fucking guilty until dead?
Yeah, right.
They don't even get the presumption of innocence. They don't get the chance to fucking prove their innocence. George Floyd died over fraud, a speculation of fraud. Because under the presumption of you're innocent until proven guilty, he was an innocent man being arrested for fraud, allegedly, and dies because a fucking piece of shit wants to be on his goddamn neck.
All three of them, to be honest with you.
No, yeah, all three of them.
I hope the other two get some kind of a punishment. You know, because they were all on him, and that had to contribute. All of them contributed. Yeah, he was on the knee, on the neck, right, but the other one was on the back, the other one was by the legs. Come on, man. I don't know why. I don't know what they were trying to contain. My man was on the floor, handcuffed. he couldn't breathe, so he wasn't running anywhere. Or he was struggling breathing, and when you're struggling to breathe, you can't run as fast or far as you want to. It's just how the human body doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. So yeah, and that's what's going on in this world.
Yeah, and
get ready to see another one. There's gonna be more of these incidents. When does it stop? When does it stop?
According to Governor
How can
Cuomo,
you stop it?
according to Governor Cuomo, when white people start dying, when white kids start dying from cops.
How you stop it? It's just stop doing stupid shit. That's one way that can help. Don't give no reason to these people to have a reason to do anything harmful to you. How about that one? You know?
Yeah.
Let's not fight. Let's not rob. Let's not steal. Let's not kill. Let's be good friends. How about that? Why don't we think about doing that first instead of doing stupid things?
I honestly think
it's not hard.
That if you're not gonna,
it's not
wipe everything and clean everything out and just start from brand new, that you're gonna have to seriously change the perception of African Americans and minorities in the eyes of the law of the cops, and change the perception of the cops in the eyes of the minority community.
Yeah.
Because as of right now, it's us versus them.
Yeah.
And
on top of that, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
But it's them against us and versus us. So it's us versus us and them versus us.
Yeah. But yeah, I was gonna get into something different, but some
No, go ahead. I just wanted to throw it in that we're also don't help.
I was gonna open up a can of worms that doesn't belong in this topic, but
I love worms.
But there's only two ways to settle that, right? And if we're gonna talk about the police versus us, then that's a gang. The police of the NYPD or the police department is the largest gang in America. That's how we see it. Whether they see it or not, that's how it's seen, right? So gang mentality, us versus them, there's two ways to settle it. Either we come onto terms of peace, or there's a flat out war. The same way the American Revolution happened. We couldn't come in terms of peace, so we went to war to take over the land. And the white people already prepared for this. The people who stormed the Capitol was a militia, right? And under the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms to form a militia to overthrow the government. That's what the Second Amendment contains. They formed a militia to overthrow the government if they do some shit that they don't like. We don't have any representation in that way. The closest representation we have in that way would be gangs, the Bloods, the Crips, Latin Kings, whatever you want to call it. But they're no longer
the way it used to be.
The way it used to be. Yeah, that's how they formed. But they're no longer that type of affiliation anymore. They're not protecting their community. You know what I'm saying? They're doing other things. You know?
Right.
So it's either we're gonna have to come to the agreement like, yo, we're gonna need terms of peace, and we're gonna have to change the perception, and we're gonna have to try to become as one, and both sides are gonna have to accept this, or it's gonna have to be a straight out fucking overthrow of the police department, like that movie where the guy went into the precinct and took over the shit and then trialed the cop.
Yeah, well, what happened to that movie?
I don't know, but
it came out already.
I don't know, but I mean,
the name of the movie.
It's gonna be it's gonna have to be something like that. Something like Selma is gonna have to happen. It's so drastic that we have no choice but to change, and so many lives are gonna be lost that day, and too many lives are gonna be already lost.
Yeah.
But something like that has to happen because protesting ain't working. Because when we protest, it's a problem.
They changed the narrative
when white people
protest.
Yeah, but when white people invade the Capitol, it's okay.
Where did we hear that? Toe or
I believe Stephen A. Smith said that. I believe Stephen A. Smith said that.
Someone told us that in some state they're changing the laws of protesting.
I think we saw that on the news. Or either we saw that on.
Like they're making a law that we can no longer protest or something like that, or it's gonna be looked on as a felony or something like that, or some wild stuff like that.
Was it Max Kellerman?
I forgot.
I believe we was watching. I think it could have been Max Kellerman saying some shit like that on First Take. Remember we was watching that.
Yeah. They're working on a law of some sort that can take away that right from us.
Every perception of our society and their society is completely different. A white man in a suit has, a briefcase and perception of money. He's a stockbroker or a lawyer or some doctor or something.
He's success.
Yeah. We have money. He's a drug dealer.
Yeah, right.
Or a rapper.
We got a suit. We're going to court.
A drug dealer, a rapper, or a basketball player.
Hey, man,
sports
that's
player.
the perception we have. That's the perception they taught us to have.
Yeah.
In my opinion, they teach us to think that way.
Yeah. And it's difficult to brush off that perception because it's not a perception to us. It seems like the only way.
Right. They make it. Yeah. Yep. And that's embedded in our brains. So like it or not, we know the truth, but that's how we still think.
Because I'm not gonna sit here and claim any racial bias or anything like that. But who are the biggest streamers? White people.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not even the fact that I'm saying it's not, but they're made to be successful. They're bred for it.
Right. It's easier for them. They have the platform to be.
The conversations we had growing up were about dreams and making it big somehow. There was no way.
It out the hood.
There was no procession of how, but we knew it was going to happen. These kids are growing up with portfolios and fucking. They know how to finance their money at age 14. And it's not my parents' fault that I don't know how to finance my money because they don't know either. They don't teach us that shit in school. I've taken business classes in college, and not once did they say anything about financing money. Not once did they say anything. Yeah, they didn't say anything about any of that. Nope. I honestly don't believe a goddamn word. I don't believe I remember a fucking word she said in business. And
stocks.
And I retain all information in classes because they were on the test. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So shit that you would need for the future for your life, I would have retained that.
Yeah, or remembered.
Protesting.
Or had a glimpse.
Yeah. Protesting is a part of the freedom of speech. But the thing is, when we're protesting, it's a problem.
They try to change the narrative when we protest.
It's like
now as we're rioting, like what the hell?
It's like when you're in class and a teacher has a favorite student, and when that favorite student does something and the kid doesn't get in trouble, when you do that same exact thing and you get in trouble, and you call the teacher out for not making the other person in trouble, and they give you that bullshit excuse, then you go, hold away. Why was it when I do it is a problem, but when this person doesn't do it is a problem? It's because the way you did it was wrong, and the way she did it was right. You did the same thing. I mean, the way they did it was right, and it's the same shit. But because you did it and we don't like you, it's a problem.
Yep. That's that favoritism. That's pretty much. That's what it comes down to. Favoritism and racism.
Yeah.
That's what we was taught.
And fear.
Fear is a stronger emotion than love.
And they're not afraid of us. Right? They're not like, I don't believe they're walking around afraid of us like we're going to hurt them. I think they're afraid of us getting too smart. Because intelligence comes the power. It's not money. Because everybody's making money somewhere or another. Most people are making it more than others. But you have the opportunity with the right people around you and the right opportunities, you can slide into money. You know what I'm saying? As much as you want to grind and all that other shit, you can work your ass off for your whole life. If you don't meet the right person to get the right opportunity or that situation, you're not going to be there. But that's another topic. But you know what I'm saying? Anybody get money, but information is power. To know how to use the stock market, to know how to manipulate companies into doing what you want, to know how to manipulate the taxes, to have enough money to know how to influence people to give you what you want. That's where the struggle is. That's where the struggle is. We have to stay down here so they can stay up there. And the only way we can stay down here is to keep us ignorant.
Yep, and we fall right into the trap, bro.
And how do you keep people ignorant? Their living situations, what's around them. You know, because you go to the hood or anywhere, not necessarily the hood, but just anywhere where there's predominantly white people. There's liquor stores all over the place. Like you'll see bodegas, liquor stores, and barbershops.
Yeah. That's all intended. Even though the garbage food that they have for us is all in the hood.
Yeah.
Cheap for us to afford.
But then you go to, the nicer neighborhoods and you got the Whole Foods.
It's a different ballgame.
Yeah.
It's catered to them. Absolutely catered to them. But it's all part of the plan.
Of course.
And we buy into that because we have such a fucking... Even our culture is being modified to them. It's being tweaked to benefit them. Because let's say our culture, we get rich or we get money. Let's take these rappers for an example. How their success is like what? Getting money, buying these foreign cars, and they're supporting these foreign companies. We don't own those companies. They don't own those companies. Those are foreign companies.
Yeah.
Those are other white people companies that we're supporting. And we're calling that success. Just because you're spending a big amount of money on it, that doesn't mean it's success.
And the craziest thing about that is...
even our culture's fucked up.
The craziest shit about that is that, I don't know if you people realize this, but when you do buy into those companies, let's say automobiles, right? They're American businesses, American corporations that are selling these things. They're being made overseas for way cheaper. So that money that you're investing into this company so you can look fly and dope and all that other shit doesn't even get circulated back into the country. It goes into these people's pockets and then cents on the dollar, fractions of cents on the dollar goes to another country.
Yep.
And they don't even benefit from that.
But we don't see that.
Yeah.
We don't see that.
I don't know.
We're blinded because what we see off the media. You know what I mean? This is what they drill in our heads. You need that Louis Vuitton. You need that Gucci. You need the most expensive bottle in the liquor store.
And the
champagne that's not even from America. It's not ours. Not black owned.
And the way they used to control us with shit like that was the magazines and models and all that back in the day, right? And it was fashion. Now the way they control us with that is through influencers. Because who are the most popular influencers right now? People who have a lot of fucking money to... Like they're on vacation in Miami. They got the Lambos to do this shit. They got that shit. Look at this new bag. Oh, let's just throw this shit at them. Let's throw this shit at them. I always wanted a North Face book bag because it was a North Face book bag, but I wasn't spending $150 on North Face book bag when a Jansport that was $20 did the same shit.
Right.
But there's something that I think people also forget in this situation. Puerto Rico. You remember what happened with them? They were industries that were in Puerto Rico, like IBM and all those manufacturers and all that other stuff. And they were put there so Puerto Rico can make money and thrive. But the contract that they signed with America was you owe us all this money to build this shit. And when they found cheaper resources to put that, they closed all those factories down and moved them over and left us into like what, $600 million or $600 billion in debt. I know that was a big thing a couple years ago, but that shit still exists.
Yeah, it does. The whole thing is messed up, bro.
And then the storm comes, destroys part of Puerto Rico, and your president throws paper towels at people.
Mm-hmm. That was epic, by the way.
Yeah,
It's fucked up, funny, and stupid at the same time.
It's funny because it's like,
comical.
are you fucking serious?
Yeah,
It's
funny in that matter. Yes.
It's like, this is unreal. The shit that's happening. But going back to because we went on a little side here. Going back to that video, I don't think that situation, that officer in particular, is the fault.
As of right now, no. I don't know what other videos are gonna surface. I don't know what other facts are gonna come out. I don't know, but as of right now, I don't think so. Does it suck that someone's life is gone? Yeah. But at the end of the day, what I can tell you guys, for whoever's listening, yo, just be aware and conscious, and don't do stupid shit. Don't get in trouble. Just do the right thing. Don't hurt nobody. Don't do no one wrong. Don't lie to people. And stay in your lane and do right. And I promise you, you will have a way better outcome than making stupid decisions. And I'm not saying don't make mistakes. We're going to make mistakes. But I'm trying to tell you, don't make a stupid decision intentionally. Like, yo, listen, I know this is wrong and I know this is bad. I'm still going to do it. That's what I'm talking about. Don't do that.
And that's
if you make a mistake unknowingly, you did something wrong, oh, I'm sorry, that's fine, because you're going to make millions of them.
And that's to protect yourself.
And that's okay, because we all make mistakes. I make mistakes daily. And that's fine. I'm human. But my intention is not to harm anyone. My intention is not to hurt anyone physically. Or mentally, you know. You just don't do that. Just be a good person and everything will open up to you. There won't be no need for the drama. You know? I know people that say they don't want drama, but they stay in drama. You know?
Yeah.
Just stay away from it, man. And by the grace of God, we'll live longer. You know? It's allowed to shoot first, then what happened? It's allowed to shoot first. Okay, what's going on here? Why did she have a knife?
Ready, you know? Fire, aim.
That comes first. You gotta be careful out here. And that comes first. And I'm not even... It's not just for the cops. It's for people as well. For these young... I don't want to even say knuckleheads. For
whippersnappers. These young whippersnappers.
These young whippersnappers. They also shoot first. You know, with these kids now, or what's going on in Chicago, around my neighborhood, everywhere.
Yeah.
Where I have beef with you, I'm bringing a weapon.
Yeah,
we're not even gonna talk it out. I'm gonna stab you or shoot you off rip.
Yeah, and the escalation of beef over social media is ridiculous.
So that goes for everybody, you know, not just cops. It's just you. I have beef with you. You ready to shoot me? Like, whoa, let's fight, or not even fight. Let's talk about it. Why do we have this stupid beef?
Because there's not a lot of consequences for people's actions. So that's why the escalation comes out so fast. You have Twitter beef with somebody, you go to their house, you pull out a gun and shoot them in the face. It's like, okay, yeah, but my man, you killed somebody.
Yeah, but he added me on a comment with a meme dissing me. What you mean? I had to shoot him.
Yeah, and now when you're
when
you're in jail for the rest of your life, just remember you killed somebody because they added you.
Social media.
There's too much importance on social media. Too much.
People hold social media to a high level where it's not.
Yeah, and also the crazy shit is, like, I've never understood that. I've been in situations where we're on Facebook, because that's how old I am. We're on Facebook and I'm having arguments with people, and they come threatening me, and I'm like, I mean, my man, you do what you need to do. But
something.
Yeah, like, we're in an argument, we're having a difference of an opinion, and then they want to go at you and do all this other shit. And it's like, you know what, man? This is how you stop the argument. Block them.
Yeah, you just ignore them, because now then it becomes not about opinions. Now it becomes personal.
Yeah.
To that person, you know, and that's not okay.
Because also, back in the day when you was face to face having an argument with somebody, the way the argument ended was one of them walked away. That's the equivalent of blocking someone now.
Yeah, you don't feed the fire.
Yeah, you say, you know what, you're right. You know what, you're right. I'm pussy. Fuck you, and then walk away.
Yeah. even if he's wrong, like that's my biggest suggestion. Like, I've done it a lot of arguments. I literally just stay shut and just be like, yeah, you know what? Okay, you're right. Let them win that argument. It's not like, oh my god, they're winning in life because they beat you in an argument, or let them think whatever they want to think. It's not important to you.
Yeah.
It's not relevant to what you got to do that day or the next day. It's not important. You know what I mean? Next thing you're going to forget about what the argument was. It doesn't matter. So why feed into it so much?
9 times out of 10, what you think is going on with your life isn't true. Because a lot of people paint a picture and put themselves in the worst case scenario. So a lot of this shit that you think for yourself, you think about yourself isn't true. You think you're like, oh, I'm not good enough for this person. Bullshit. I'm too fat. Bullshit. Oh, I'm too short. Bullshit. Or I can't do this. Bullshit. That's coming from your own fucking brain. That's 100% bullshit. False narrative to feed your insecurities. If that doesn't matter, if that shouldn't matter to you, then why the fuck should this fucking person's opinion matter?
Yeah. It shouldn't matter. It's an opinion, you know?
You should be more disrespectful.
Okay.
You should feel more disrespectful about yourself, feeling the way you do about how you look and all this other bullshit than any other person.
Yep. You should be mad at yourself for not loving yourself.
Yeah, you should sit there and be like, hold on, wait, I think I'm not good enough for this person, and be mad at yourself for thinking that.
Question yourself, like, why do I think that? You know what I mean?
Fuck what Billy number 13 on Instagram thinks about you. Fuck what the bitch down the street thinks about you. Fuck them. Who are they?
It doesn't matter. Man, if I was to share some things with you guys of what people think of me and what they call me, if I was any other person, that I would have killed myself. Straight up, I would have killed myself. I used to hear it all the time. You know what I mean? People look at me off rip, not knowing me, and they already assume who I am or what I'm about.
And I've seen it firsthand.
Yeah, he's seen it a lot of times. I don't even know people that come up to me, oh, you're that type, you're this type. And I was just like, whoa. I laugh it off. Because I just find it funny how that perception could be. And I just laugh at them. Because one, I think they're stupid, childish, uneducated. And so I laugh at them, you know. And they think I'm retarded for it. But I just laugh at them, but not knowing, like, yo, if I could only show you how stupid you sound or look right now, you wouldn't be laughing. Or you wouldn't be saying the things you'd be saying. I just let them have it, because at the end of the day, they don't own me. They will own me if I was to feed off of what they tell me. If I was to let them get me off of my mood or alter my mood or my state of being or get me mad when I'm in a good mood and get me mad, they have power over me. They literally changed my day. Like, oh my God, my boss or my friend ruined my day. They own you. They own you. Ain't no one's gonna ruin my day. It's my day. Yeah. You could ruin your day. You could have a shitty day, but you're not gonna make me have a shitty day. I won't allow it. I won't allow it. Or that's not the mindset. That's not my mindset. And that I think it should be standard, you know? You're not gonna make me have a shitty day because you have a shitty day. You can vent, but I'm not gonna feed off of your shit. I'm not gonna feed off of that energy. I protect mine. As everyone should.
And at the end of the day, when they do alter your brain and all that, if you were to think back and look and actually analyze it, it wasn't important. What they made you mad about wasn't important. Doesn't hold water. Situations that happened there and ended there, but you carried it on the rest of the day.
Yeah. And people hold on to it. Which makes it worse.
Yeah.
Because now you're carrying that energy and that attitude to the next day, which is already over. Now things is in the past. And then you carry it on the following day. Then the day after that one. Then now it's a week long and you're still holding on to this grudge. Which means you never left that state of being. You still mad. You're still mad and not knowing it. So any little thing triggers you. You could be mad at an instinct because you're still mad at that day. You know what I mean? And that carries. So now when you see that person, you already triggered. Like, oh, that's the motherfucker right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So he still has power over you. That when you just see that person, you just change. Like, that's crazy. That's powerful. That's not even funny. That's crazy. When you actually think about it, when you get out the box and you look outside looking in, it's crazy how so many people have that mind control over us without us even knowing. Because we in the moment, we're in the present, we don't see it. We're not conscious of it. I'm not gonna let you throw me off. No way. As no one should. I'm gonna listen to you, but I'm not gonna let my personal feeling. I'm not gonna let you alter my personal feelings or emotion at the time. I won't. We're gonna talk about it. Calm down. Why are you mad? Oh, I made a mistake and you're mad at that and you're trying to you're gonna get even with me by making me mad? No, it's not gonna work that way. We're gonna sit down, we're gonna talk. If that's the situation. You know? But my advice to you guys and girls, don't give anyone your power. And power I mean by mental control and even emotional control. Don't give those people that power. Don't, especially a random stranger that don't know you.
Yeah.
Or a co-worker or a friend don't let anyone control that.
Because in a situation, the only thing you actually have control over is how you act. And when
how you respond to any situation.
And when
you have control of that.
And when you let someone get under your skin, now they've taken that control away from you. And now they control how you respond.
You're literally a puppet. So they could say things at any given time to mess with you, to get you mad. And I've done it. I've been a victim of that. Young and dumb and stupid. I used to be like, yo, you want to see me get him mad? Watch this. And I'll say something that I know will trigger him or her. And then they get mad and be like, look, see, I told you. That's power. I can literally tell you how you're going to make yourself feel like on your own. That's crazy. That's insane when you think about it. That's too much power.
And you know, as a kid, I used to want to be angry. That was my thing. That's how I operated. You know, when I played Little League baseball, I would be angry so I can hit the ball harder. You know what I was saying? I would be focused. That's how I focused and use my anger. I was a Super Saiyan, pretty much. That's what it was. Then you learn. And that's not really the best important thing, because when you start seeing yourself in situations like, hold up, I could have really fucked up right here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's when you got to learn how to control your anger.
I was mentioning all of this mind control or manipulation or power over people because I feel like that's what happened to Mikayla Bryant, the girl that got shot by the cop.
Oh, yeah.
If she would have controlled her emotions and controlled her response to the situation, things could have been different, man. She could have been alive today,
or if that
to defend herself, or at least share her side of the story, or what happened, or whatnot, whatever the case was.
Or if the adults would have been adults,
or the adults would have made a better decision instead of the father or whoever that was helping Mikayla kick the girl. He could have just hugged the girl or his daughter. Yo, what are you doing? Chill, stop.
It would have been a learning moment.
You're helping her now. Like, you're antagonizing. Maybe he knew she had a knife. Like, what are you doing kicking another teenager, another young female on the floor for? What are you doing kicking her while the cops are there? Instead of grabbing your daughter, whoever that was to you, instead of grabbing her before she made another big mistake. Like, yo, wait, whoa. Like, you know what I mean? That's why I was talking about control your response to people, man. To anything. You have control over that. Fucking Pumpy.
Yeah.
I just had to suck it.
He's always a dick.
That's funny. But that's it, man, guys. I want you guys to at least pick up something from the situation. Learn from the situation. Because we all have that control. We do. A lot of people just choose not to. And we have that control. There's a lot of things that me and Tags go through that we literally spend 3-4 seconds like, oh my god, what the f, and then we just and we laugh. We just end up laughing like, wow, I can't believe that just really happened. And we literally laugh it off like, wow, that was crazy, like that was so stupid.
Just this week, I'm not gonna go into detail, but just this week something happened that made me and Krills both go, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And if we was in any less of control that we were in, And I had to.
Yeah.
It's a good thing I second guessed myself. Not second guess myself. It's a good thing I asked myself the question of, do I want to go this route?
It was conscious enough.
Before I reacted. Because if I would have just reacted, I would still be in this.
You still would have.
I would have dove deep. I would have dove deep. And the person I am, once I say fuck it, I'm in it for the long. I'm ready to die for this shit. I'd have been on some it was a black thing in the middle of it. But because I decided, you know what, this isn't worth my time. This isn't worth my stress. This isn't worth my happiness. This isn't worth my mental insecure. Like,
I worked hard to delete the trash in my brain, bro.
Yeah, so it's, that's what you get. You win. You right.
Yeah.
You right.
You're right.
And go about your day.
Yep.
Because all that would have happened was it would have prolonged my suffering from the stupidity. It would have prolonged my suffering in stupidity.
And that individual would have won, because now my man would have been out of the state he was in.
Yes.
We were all fine and tranquil. And then that happened, and then it's like, whoa.
Because you can never be the master at their craft. And I can never be stupid enough to beat somebody at stupidity.
Nope. At their own craft.
Yeah.
No way. You either could let them have it.
Yeah, so you know what? You won, Kimosabi.
And those are the beep.
Yeah, that's
the beep are the peeps. Yeah, right.
But
retard.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's it, man. That's all I have to say about this Mikayla Bryant so far. We don't know what new facts are gonna come out soon. I will be in tune though.
Yeah.
I will be watching.
And to answer Big Food's question earlier before you got on, he was asking about the conviction of the cop for George Floyd. He did not get life, but he got found guilty on 3 counts, and the maximum sentence for each count is, I think, 40 years, 25 years, and 15 years. It comes to a total of 70 years. If, from what I understand, it runs congruent, that means they run together. So at most he can spend maybe 40 years in jail, but he didn't get life. But he got the major win is that he got convicted. Let's see what the sentences is.
He has an appeal too.
He wasn't sentenced yet, but those are the max sentences he can get based off of that state's laws. So let's see what the sentencing is. But the victory is that he was convicted on all 3 counts: 2nd-degree murder, 3rd-degree manslaughter, or something. I offhand, I don't know the counts, but I know he was convicted on all 3.
Good. Well deserved. I'm happy for that. I'm happy for George Floyd's family. To a certain degree, because at the end of the day, George Floyd is gone, and he can't share that happiness with his family. So either way, it's still a messed up situation, But that's a little moral victory, I suppose. We got one. Or another one. I don't know how many of these cops were found guilty, but I know he wasn't the first one. I believe
it's a small.
I think for all counts.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. I think most of them were they got fired and did minimums or something like that. But
paid leaves and stuff like that.
But it's a small step in a direction, the right direction
small step for mankind.
We'll see, because the day after this shit happens with Mikayla Bryant. So,
right. So less recording.
The sad thing. Oh, I'm sorry.
And more reporting.
Yeah.
I was trying to make it rhyme.
The sad thing is that how many. Well, the sad thing to think about is like how many more of these officers have to kill somebody and go to jail for it to be like, all right, maybe this isn't the way to go. That's why I said a small step, because this isn't going to reform police tactics or anything. But when enough of it happens, that's when they go, all right, hold up.
What if it gets
more people? There's more cops in jail than normal people.
Exactly. I was just gonna mention that. You hit it. I was like, what if it comes down to a situation where the cop needs to use deadly force, but now he's thinking about, all right, wait, I don't want to suffer the consequences for shooting people now. Now what?
Yeah.
Like, oh my, I'm scared to take my gun out because I have a body cam, and now we're easily going to jail as well. You know what? Is it worth bringing out my gun?
Well, that's where training comes in, because I don't believe someone trained like SWAT or Navy SEAL or somebody would make a mistake like that. They definitely would not make the taser mistake.
Yeah, 100%.
They would not make a taser mistake, and they wouldn't do the whole I'm gonna keep my knee on this man's neck for 5 hours.
I can't believe they did that though. That's crazy. Just just take the badge away. Let's take the ethnicity away. Let's take the color of skin away from both of them. That's still not humane.
Yeah,
Where's the humanity in that behavior, bro?
That's not reasonable.
Yeah, Aaliyah, just less recording, more reporting.
I mean, you do. If there's a cop there, I would want somebody recording something, but somebody else call the police.
Maybe 1 or 2 people record, and the other people around, if there are people around, report. If it's just 2 of us, one recording, I'm reporting. I'm calling someone else. I'm calling more cops. So do something.
Yeah, but
depending on the situation, of course, but you act accordingly to it. Like the Mikayla Bryant, I feel like a lot of people were recording instead of trying to de-escalate the situation. Like, what the hell?
Well, if they wanted to get on World Star, they got it, baby.
They got it, baby. They got all the exposure they needed at the cost of a loved one. All right? It's not funny anymore. It's all fun and dandy until someone gets hurt, right?
It's not.
It's all gangster, it's all tough until someone gets hurt, and now it's like, now what? Now it's wrong. It's been wrong. It's been wrong. And obviously 2 wrongs don't make it right. And this is what you get. This is the result of that.
The 13-year-old girl that got shot.
With a gun? I heard Aaliyah that there was reports that he didn't have a gun on him. That Toledo kid. The one that was running, and the cop like, turn around. He put his hands up.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
then he got shot immediately.
I mean, that's less time than this fucking person to see. For the video, like I would need more facts to get a opinion on that one.
It's hard to comment on. From the video, I didn't see a gun when he had his hands up. He did have his hands up for a very split second. As soon as the hands went up, he shot.
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
Wrong or right, he could use that in the court of law.
But how do you handle that? Because the thing is, if he has a gun or not, the kid stopped and turned around, so any cop can be like, "Yo, he turned around after there was a gun. My life was threatened." So you shoot.
Right.
How do you, as him running away? Take away the fact that he shouldn't have been running away. But let's say you're running away. How do you handle that? What do you dive head first into the ground? Like you baseball slide into the ground and you just do this shit? You don't turn around. You don't pose any threat to a cop. Because the cop is supposed to be trained to de-escalate a situation, not the person that's being detained. I wasn't trained to de-escalate situations in a hostile situation. So when you pull me out my car or anything like that, I should not be responsible for de-escalating a situation. That should be on the officer.
He threw it before putting his hands. Oh. Is that true, Aaliyah? Is this a fact?
It showed the gun behind the wall.
Cause that's interesting. Oh, I didn't know that. I wasn't aware. That's why it's hard for me to comment on it or even have an opinion on it. I don't know I didn't get anything from that video.
Yeah, it's almost like you don't get the full story until you go to court.
Why was he out at almost 3 a.m.? I mean, he has the right to be outside at any time of the day he wants. We have to stop maybe assuming because you're out at a certain time. I mean,
Aaliyah, there's plenty of times I'm outside coming home from 3 a.m., whether I'm coming home from work, getting home from pussy, getting home from being in the club, getting home from just chilling with my boys. There's no curfew and there's no law that says I can't make it my business.
I used to hang outside with my boys, not doing anything wrong, literally just chit-chatting till 3, 4 in the morning, just having a good time, We have to stop that narrative, even though I see where you're coming from. Like, what are you doing outside at 3 in the morning? Like, there's nothing open, you're doing something wrong or illegal.
What's the name of this kid? Let's see if we can find the video. We'll watch
Toledo.
it.
Toledo. 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 I forgot the first name.
Adam Toledo.
13-year-old kid. Of course, but not if the mother didn't know though. Maybe he snuck out.
All right, I used
to sneak back in my house at that time.
Oh yeah, no,
I was young at one point.
Yo, Aaliyah, don't tell nobody. I know this is just between me, you, and Krills. When I was 13, I would be outside my house a lot because there's girls across the street and we wanted to talk to them. You know, you know what I'm saying?
It doesn't always have to be illegal or wrong because
Yeah.
we're outside at that time. That's my point. It doesn't have to be. But I can see where you're coming from, Aaliyah.
And you also have to remember, we can't expect these kids to have the strict upbringing that we had.
Different.
You know?
Yeah.
All right, so I got the video of the news about Adam Toledo.
Of evidence from the short encounter between Chicago police and 13-year-old Adam Toledo, from gunshot recordings to written reports, nearby security videos, and officer body-worn cameras. But what happened is best boiled down to just two essential items that you need to see. This is the first, a distant camera shot that shows how fast it all happened. Watch from the left as Adam Toledo runs by, chased by 10th District Officer Eric Stillman. They stop, and a single police shot strikes Toledo.
So from here, it looked like his right arm.
Angle. I never seen this angle.
I never seen it either. It looked like his right arm passed the wall to drop it, but he did. But that's speculation by me. I don't know.
Time about 10 seconds. Rewind the incident for this second crucial video. About 3 a.m. March 29th.
Okay.
Officer
That's okay,
Stillman
yeah.
and his partner have just arrived, handling a call for shots fired. They take this 21-year-old man into custody and say the other subject, Adam Toledo, takes off running. Stillman's body-worn camera records the brief and fast foot chase into the alley. And then this critical moment, frozen in time. Chicago police officials tonight say Toledo has a gun there in his right hand.
I can see how that looks like a gun.
Oh.
I didn't know they were called on the scene for shots fired.
Me either. This is all new to me right now. Everything I'm watching right now is brand new to me. That's what did the So that dude gave the kid the gun, they say, and he took off.
Okay. So this kid is a spotter.
Also, you're the cops. He's the gun, and the kid was like, "Give me."
Yeah, because everyone is under the presumption that you catch a 13-year-old kid with this shit, he's not gonna do hard time.
And they're responding to a report of shots fired around the area.
Yeah. All right. So this is a different situation.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see.
Clip apparently had been emptied. That gun ends up a few feet away.
But no one can know that the gun has been emptied.
Or tossed.
Shots fired. Yeah. Shots fired. One of these guys have a gun. I can't assume that the gun was empty.
And what happens next,
there it
in
goes.
a fraction of a second, cost Toledo his life. His hands move upward, and Officer Stillman fires one fatal shot into
Damn, this is in slow motion, though.
the teenager's chest.
All right.
Hey, stop it! Stop it!
It's a crazy one. Maybe the cop should have waited to see his hands.
Yes.
Give it like that. Give it like that quick 1 2 seconds.
One more second. Yeah.
It could have been dangerous for the officer. He has body armor on. I'm not gonna excuse it, but
the kid didn't move. But the kid didn't make sudden movements. He stopped. He turned around with his hands up. At most, you could have taken 2-3 more seconds to look.
I don't know why his flashlight was flashing like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
a different perception.
I don't know what that was.
Fraction of a second cost Toledo.
Like I don't know.
Hands move upward,
I don't know what
and
this flashing shit
Stillman
is.
Fires one fatal shot into the teenager's chest.
No! Hey, stop it! Stop it!
And maybe that's from the cop. Maybe that's from the cop.
Man.
I don't know.
Why are you doing
Shots fired,
stupid
shots fired.
shit?
Get an ambulance up here now. Look at me, look at me. Look at me. You alright?
This incident
My man said, "You all right?"
Even if the cop was wrong in this one, he could win this in court. There's no jail time for this officer.
was solved.
He can get
in
away with
0.8
this.
Milliseconds. So it happened very quickly. It happened probably faster than science has proved an officer would be able to think his way through the situation.
This at least appears to be, from the video, a classic split-second issue.
But I can't argue because I'm not in the situation the cops in. But from what I'm seeing, I feel like he could have taken more time to assess the situation than the cop who killed Bryant.
Yeah.
Because the cop that killed Bryant fired because there was a threat to another person's life. Yes, this kid had a gun.
And they were reporting 2 shots fired. So you already know they went in there antsy.
Yeah.
You already know that everyone is a threat now.
Yeah. But I mean, he didn't make a sudden movement. If he would have made like a jerking movement, I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Like just to see.
He could have waited a second, bro.
Yeah, like it shouldn't be. Pow! Stop. Conception was going on. Where Punchy at? Oh, I don't know. Punchy's chilling.
That's a case where,
you know what I'm saying? Like this didn't seem like as fast as the other one.
Shots fired, shots fired. Get an ambulance up here now. Look at me, look at me. Look at me. You alright?
And you can tell this cop didn't kill him because of any kind of racial bias or anything. Like the way he's reacting after he shot this kid, it seemed like he may have thought he had no choice.
Like
it was,
why you made me do this?
Yeah, like just based off of reaction, it did seem like it was like shit, bro. I didn't want to do this, but it was just straight out, dude, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't want to do it, but there was a gun. There was a perception of a gun. Kids running away. Turns around. It's me or you.
To our knowledge, the cop probably saw the gun while running.
Yeah, because I mean, there's clear on the video. I don't know. I can't see his eyes. I can't use his eyes to see, but.
Up here now. Look at me, look at me.
Gun ends up a few feet away. Action of a second cost Toledo his life. His hands move upward, and Officer Stillman fires one fatal shot into the teenager's chest.
Yeah, I didn't know all this other piece of information.
Shots fired, shots fired. Get an ambulance up here now.
See, but he says, "Show me your hands," and you didn't let him.
Yeah, that's the beef.
You didn't let him show you his hands. Show me your hands. Bow.
That's what I was like. Damn, one more second. Let him comply.
And this is a kid. This is a kid. He might not have been prepared to deal with this situation. He was a kid taken advantage of by those men. I don't give a fuck what anyone. He was taken advantage of by those men because those men thought that if he would have got caught with that gun or whatever else he had on him, he wouldn't have did hard time.
Now, hypothetically, what if that cop or those cops saved someone that night, right? Because there was reports of gunshots fired, right? Maybe they were shooting at somebody, or quote unquote one of their ops or a rival gang member. Since Aaliyah, right? He was in the gang. Reports say, what if they were out there to retaliate on the gang and the cops stopped that from happening? Like, you know.
Yeah, but
maybe that's just another way to look at it. I don't know. Then again, 3 a.m, he's a gang member, and then he has an actual gun on him.
This is
in the hurt business.
This is where the whole argument of the perception of cops and the perception of minorities comes in. Because if we didn't have the preconceived notions of cops already racist and they're looking to kill us, and well, we didn't have that notion. The 2 videos we just saw can be argued. It could have, one, he was protecting someone. The other one, could have been a mistake.
Yeah.
Could have been, my man, one more second and this kid's life would have been alive.
Like, I see the hand.
But now we're in a cops are killing us. Cops are killing everybody. You know, you can't take that, like, when you have that ingrained in you, this is your belief. Cops are the bad guys. You can't see the full picture for what it is. You know, and the same way when you think we're all the bad guys, you treat this like the here goes the lieutenant video right here. You treat the lieutenant like a criminal. He's the lieutenant in the fucking army, military.
Yeah, he was already a threat
and he's been treated like a criminal. But this is where all the perception comes in. We have to change that. Don't
put yourself in those situations.
If I don't,
it would have never happened. That's the end game.
It's kind of it's kind of like if you don't like somebody and they do something to you, it's 10 times worse than if someone who likes you or someone you like does it to you. You know? That's the whole perception. We're a threat and they're mentally unstable. But if you take all of that stuff out, everything out, race and threats and unstable and enemies and this versus that and us versus them, the man who killed George Floyd was wrong. No and if or buts about it. It's not clear cut with the guy who killed Mikayla Bryant.
It's not
it's not as clear cut if he was wrong or right for Bryant. You know, with the 11 seconds that we have to decide.
Right.
If more shit comes out and it changes the, you know, and it shows more information and we can assess better, then yeah, I'm not, I'm not opposed to that because that's
If we see more video or reports of facts, then we go off that. We need all the evidence we can get before we make any subtle movements.
Yeah. See, because
decisions.
Because you also have to take into account these officers are trained, but you also have to take into account both situations, reports, gunshots fired here. There's a gun on this scene. They're
Someone called that in.
Yeah, they're coming already knowing their life is on the line. There is a knife involved jumping. There's a knife involved. Somebody's trying to stab somebody. Their life is on the line. And someone else's life is on the line. They have to protect themselves and protect everyone else around them. Because there's a deadly weapon in both cases. One of them, you can't. One of them, the 11 seconds you have, you can't see it playing out any other way. Unless someone's dying. This one.
Or seriously hurt.
Yeah. This one here. This one here, I would suggest I can see it if he waited another 2 seconds to see what's in his hands. You wanted to see his hands.
Let him show you.
Yeah, see it after. If his hands was, if his
that's
gun
the
was
only thing I got from that video as well. Like, that's why I was like, if he would have waited 1-2 seconds to make a decision, I feel like he could have. He could have done it.
Big Food.
Did he want to? Then that's a different story. We don't know.
Yeah. Big Food. There's a certain amount of respect you have to give someone. Just as a man, and just based off of the way society is. Once they lose that respect, then there's a different story. But you start off with certain measure of respect. You don't
respect everybody.
You don't. Yeah. You don't earn it, but you can lose it, or you can earn more. But there's got to be some level of respect for somebody. Because if I walk into a place and there's no respect anywhere, there's problems, and that's the thing. There was no respect given for George Floyd. No respect given
that was not humanity. That was nothing humane happening.
No respect given to those protesters. And that's why most of the riots happen. No respect given to those people in Selma when they walked the bridge.
But yeah, man. And that's the world we living in. It's a strange place out here. It's a very strange place, and it's scary. I just hope it turns out for the better in the future. I really do. Because our kids might see something crazy, man. And I hope not. I hope things get better, much better. Sooner than later. Absolutely.
But how much worse does it have to get for it to get better? Because we're still at the tip of the iceberg. Things are just now starting to happen.
A lot of pain and suffering is gonna come through this.
There's
gonna have to be a war.
It doesn't go 180 overnight. Things are just starting to make sense. Or just starting to go into this should have been done though. This is the right thing to do in this situation.
It should have been done hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's all I have to say about the current situations now that we're seeing. And people, man, do better, man. At the end of the day, we gotta hold ourselves accountable for shit, for our own actions. Take responsibility for your own shit.
And the post that I posted up on Instagram yesterday or 2 days ago, it says if you only use your eyes and your ears to see and to hear, then you're at a disadvantage. This is what I mean by that.
Yeah, try to understand people's perceptions before you even say anything about it. Try to understand them. Take like 5 seconds. Try to see where they're coming from. Like, I feel you. Like, don't reply just to say something. Like, actually try to understand and see it how they see it. Even if it doesn't make sense to you. It's not your job to, for it to make sense. Just understand or try to understand. Or if not, respect it. Don't make it your problem. And stay in school. Stay in fucking school, all right? How about that one?
Do you think
stay in school and don't do dumb shit? That's my advice for these up and coming kids. Stay in school and don't do nothing stupid.
Do you think that if people didn't protest, the cop would have not been charged? There's no way to know for sure, but I'll tell you one thing: it sure as hell helped, because the court of public opinion matters more than what's right or wrong. They couldn't afford to look bad.
I think it helped. I think it helped a lot.
It helped, but I don't know if they still would have charged them if they didn't protest. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way to know that for sure, but
yeah, no way.
There would have been a way lesser chance for that to happen if no one would have said anything.
True. Could have been. See that?
But there is some cops join the police to do changes. But when are they gonna start?
Yeah, and I hold cops to that standards as well. Like, those good cops are not saying anything.
When are they gonna start changing shit? Because to be honest with you, Big Food, there was 3 people on him. 2 people one on his legs, one on his back, one on his neck. All 3 of those people are at fault. And one guy standing there making sure that no one interferes with what they're doing. Everyone sees this guy's knee on his fucking neck. And if you didn't see it, you heard it from the 5 other people on the sidewalk saying, yo, my man's turning purple. Where is the good cop there? Where is the good person there?
Yep.
Where is that cop coming out after the fact? Like, yo, listen, the way that we're trained, I couldn't really say anything to him because it's my job, blah, blah, blah. But I got to do the right thing now. And no, my man took it too far, and I felt like he should have been off his neck.
Something, man.
Because until someone steps up, everyone is in the same boat. If you don't, I forgot the quote.
The day they stop looking at all of minorities as a threat, I think is the day we stop looking at all the cops as bad cops. Because they put us all in the same tank. So would it be wrong for me to think all cops are bad? You think all of us are threats to you guys?
Then there was
we're a problem. We're never innocent. So then you guys are all corrupt.
There was
shitty cops.
There was a quote about if something like the good people don't stand, then the bad.
It's all messed up, Habibi. But we have to be responsible as well, Habibi. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's not leave it up to the cops. We got to be responsible as well. We also have to do the right thing. The same way we expect the cops to do the right thing 24/7, we have to hold ourselves to that standard. We got to do the right thing as well 24/7. Facts. Everybody wants to be a gangster or do something stupid or do a crime, but they don't want to do the time or they don't want to be held accountable for. Or if they get in trouble, that wasn't me. Like, come on, man. What the fuck are you doing? Stay home.
Here you go.
Get on Call of Duty. Stay home.
This is one of the quotes I was looking at. The world suffers a lot, not because of the violence of bad people, but because of the silence of good people. If there was a good cop in that situation and he stood silent,
and if there was any real reasonable cops out there,
then he's the reason why it happened.
You gotta hold yourself accountable. That's the thing. Once good cops start coming out saying like, "Yo, listen, this is wrong."
Not everyone's bad, but if me and Krills let bad people do bad things, we're not good either.
Exactly. We're no different. We don't want... Facts.
If good does nothing, the bad will prevail. You know, like that's the thing. Like, where are they at? Where are they at?
Well, they haven't came up yet. And they are good cops. I've experienced them. I have.
I've seen it too. But in a situation like that, where are they?
Sure. We need them the most then.
Like, they kneel with you. They kneel with us when we protest. They do all this other stuff during the protests. Fine and dandy, but how many cops you heard speak up about this? That he was wrong. Shouldn't have done that. We saw a video of a retired cop trying to justify the actions of this lieutenant. And what happened to the lieutenant?
Oh my God, yeah. And he was
Matter of fact, here it goes right here. Let's play this shit for y'all.
Yeah, play that while I go to the bathroom.
Driver, roll the window down. Felony traffic stop. Put your hands out the window. Put your hands out the window. Turn the vehicle off. Put your hands out the window. I can't tell. Put your hands out the window and turn the vehicle off.
From what I understand, at least in New York, when a cop stops you, the cop that speaks is the cop that's in charge of the situation. The other cop is supposed to be, observing the scene, making sure there's nobody, creeping up on you or anything like that, trying to keep everything in order. Right?
Put your hands out the window. He's not complying, Judge. Come around your side. Let me see your hand.
So we got his cell phone footage here. This is his webcam, and I think this is the other cop.
How many occupants are in the vehicle?
What's going on?
How many occupants are in your vehicle?
It's only myself. Why are your weapons drawn? What's going on?
Open the door slowly and step out. Open the door.
I'm not getting out the vehicle. What's going on?
Get out the car. Open the door slowly and get out.
Now, the way I feel about this, I think Quills can hear me, but it's like you can't tell who he is at this point. These cops.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, but
Open the door, get out the car!
He's responding. There's no one else in the vehicle. I'm not getting out the car. What's going on?
Yep.
They have their guns drawn. No matter how his look on his face, you could be a duck. Calm on the outside, paddling like a motherfucker underneath the water. But what point do these cops go, we pulled you over in a felony because you ran away from us?
That face just tells me, like, he's ready for the bullshit.
This face right here looks like
here we go again. I'm getting ready to be harassed by these cops.
This face right here looks like this is it. Like, I hope I don't die here.
I mean, that's why he said, I'm not stepping out this vehicle.
Yeah.
100%.
Keep your hands outside the window.
My hands are right here. What's going on?
At this point, Bigfoot, the officers don't know he's on me.
Get out of the car now. Get out of the car.
What's going on?
Get out of the car now. Get out of the car now.
I'm serving this country and this is how I'm treated.
Yo, what? Guess what? I'm a veteran too. I don't obey.
That's
Get
not-
out of the car.
But even worse. All right, so if you're a veteran also, then there should be a mutual respect here.
But you know the crazy thing is, you learn to obey your commanding officer. He's not a higher rank officer than him, but you also learn to not obey any unlawful orders. You're telling me get out of the car for no reason. Like, they haven't given him.
Telling me what you're stopping me for.
Yeah, usually when they stop you, they tell you why you stop you, but they haven't given him a reason why they stopped him. Just get out of the car.
Or why the guns are out. Already, they're using deadly force for what?
As a grown man, I would be scared shitless. You got two guys fucking pointing the gun at me.
Of course.
I was pulled out of a car where we had the officers take our seatbelts off of us. Yo, get out of the car. I got my seatbelt on. Unbuckle it. No, officer, you're gonna have to do that. I'm not giving you any excuse. You feel me?
What's going on?
Get out of the car now.
What's going on?
What's going on? You're fixing to ride the lightning, son.
I'm sorry, what?
What's going on? I think he said you're fixing to ride the lightning, son. So you just threatened this man.
Well, guess what? I'm a veteran too. I don't obey. Get out of the car.
What's going on?
Get out of the car now.
What's
They're
going on?
not de-escalating anything.
What's going on? You're fixing to ride the lightning, son.
Yeah, you're fixing to ride the lightning.
Get out of the car now.
What's going on?
Get out of the car now. Get out of the car. Sir, just get out of the car. Work with us and we'll
You're
talk to
walking
you.
a thin line here, buddy.
Yeah, see now you hear two different officers. This guy, get out of the car now. This guy right here, the guy who initiated the. Oh wait, am I bugging? Well, anyway, this guy's over here. Yo, just get out of the car and we'll talk to you. He's trying to He's trying to come to this man's senses. Like, yo, my man, just get out and we'll talk to you. Where this guy's being aggressive.
Car, you received an order. Obey it.
I'm honestly afraid to get out. Can I?
Yeah, you should be. Get out.
What?
You should be afraid to get out of your car.
Yep. He got fired, that officer.
Why should you be afraid to get out of a vehicle?
Yep.
You're two police officers. If there's a reason I should not be afraid to get out of the vehicle, it's because you're two police officers.
Yep.
You're telling me I should be afraid to get out this car? Why? Because you're gonna shoot me? That gives me no incentive to get out the car.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm saying my ass in here.
Fuck you mean I should be afraid to get out the car?
I don't feel like riding no lightning tonight, sir.
And I'm a lieutenant in the fucking military. Who the fuck you think you talking to like that? But that's my personal opinion. That's not this man. That's not. I'm not putting words in this man's mouth. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting words in this man's mouth. That's just me.
Some Palo Santos.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
What's going on? What did I do?
See, this is something that that guy that we was watching, the retired police officer that was trying to justify this shit. I didn't hear this when he was playing the video. I didn't hear that you should be afraid to get out of the car.
Me either.
Because now you're just threatening my life. You just threatened his life. Police officer or not, that's a threat.
I have not committed any crimes.
You're being stopped for a traffic violation. You're not cooperating at this point right now. You're under arrest
for a traffic.
You're being detained. Okay, you're being detained for cooperating at this point now.
I have not committed any crimes.
You're being stopped for a traffic violation. You're not cooperating at this.
You're being stopped by.
You're still screaming at me, my man.
You're being stopped by trial violation. All right, I'm gonna assume you said traffic violation, right? So let's see.
I have not committed any crimes.
You're being stopped for a traffic violation. You're not cooperating at this point right now. You're under arrest
for a traffic.
You're being detained.
All right, so you're being stopped for a traffic violation.
Okay, you're not cooperating at this point.
And you're not cooperating. At this point, you're under arrest and you're being detained.
Yep.
You didn't read this man his rights if he's under arrest. Second off,
right, he's being detained only.
Yeah, I mean, you should be afraid to get out of this car.
Right now, you're under arrest
for a traffic.
You're being detained. Okay.
Look at my man. Look at my man here, the other cop. Like
he's looking at the other cop like, yo, bro, calm down.
You're being detained for
traffic.
You're literally
I do not have
2
to
feet away from this guy,
look,
aiming your gun in his like face.
Look at his face. His face looks like he's thinking like, we're stopping him for we're detaining him. He's thinking like
being detained. Okay, you're being detained for
a traffic violation.
He's like, fuck, we're in this.
Get out the vehicle. You haven't even told me why I'm being stopped.
That other cop looks so uncomfortable.
Get out of the car.
Get your hands off me, please. Get your hands off me.
You know what?
Get your hands off me.
Because this is where personal issues come into play. Because now that cop is just mad.
Yeah, because you didn't listen.
He's just letting his emotions get the best of him.
We don't.
Either he's ego tripping, or he's just pissed off that no one's listening to him.
Yeah,
and he took it personal.
And the crazy shit is like, here's the thing: you got to this point.
He looks mad confused.
You see his hands. He's not a threat. Not telling you put the guns away. Lower your tone and be like, listen, we stopped you a mile and a half away. Or we signaled you to stop a mile and a half away. You kept driving. This is a traffic violation. We need you to get out of the car. You lower your tone and explain to the dude, listen, get out of the car so there's no threat to us that you're going to run on us, and we'll talk. You know what I'm saying? Here's the situation. We'll put our guns down, come out and talk.
It's a lot of communication that's lacking in this situation. My man just wanted his orders to be obeyed, and he's screaming at him, threatening him like, yeah, it's not, you better be scared to come outside. Like,
he obeyed that order.
What?
The lieutenant obeyed that order. I obeyed to be afraid. I am afraid to get out this car, officer.
And he told him too.
You're under arrest.
Scared to come out.
You're being detained. Okay, you're being detained for
a traffic violation. I do not have to get out the vehicle. You haven't even told me why I'm being stopped.
Really?
Get your hands.
Get out of the car
using physical force.
Yeah, I mean,
to a non-physical situation.
This was in Virginia, I believe, right? So I don't know the laws there, but my man said traffic violation. I don't have to get out the vehicle. If that's true, then that's true. I can't.
Yeah, all traffic. If it's for a broken tail light, I don't. Why am I getting out the car?
No, it was for
I'm saying
invisible license plate.
Yeah, it's for like obstruction, license plate obstruction or something like that. They couldn't see his license plate. Like, really, bro?
Get your hands off me.
You know what?
Get your hands off me. Get your hands off me.
Back up there.
I didn't do anything. Don't do that.
Yo, my man has a utility belt, bro. He got the bat belt with him. Like looked like he had grenades in his fucking vest and shit.
Get out of the car now. Hey, get out of the car now.
Don't do. I'm trying to talk to you. Okay. I'm trying to talk.
Get out. Just get out of my car.
He has yet to increase the volume of his voice.
Yo,
the lieutenant was calm throughout the whole time. Like, I'm trying to talk to you.
If you assess the situation, look at this. The guy on top, the bald head guy, pulls out his mace.
Don't do that.
Sir, get out of the car now. Hey, get out of the car now.
You're Bigfoot. The lieutenant dude looks like Vado, the rapper.
Yeah. No, the other officer steps in between them, and listen to what he says.
I'm trying to talk to you.
Okay.
I'm trying to talk.
Get out.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to you. That officer is trying to de-escalate the situation. My man is on some, all right, hold up, wait. He's pulling out the mace. He's gonna spray you. Yo, he's stepping in the way. On some, all right, I'm gonna talk to you. Just get out the car. Let's calm this shit down. Get out the car.
Relax. Can you please relax? Can you please relax?
Get out of the car right now.
See, the thing is, this guy's dealing with the threat at hand, trying to de-escalate the situation. This goes to the point that I made before. I'm not trained in de-escalating a situation. The police officers are. They're the ones responsible for de-escalating the situation. They're the ones escalated the situation when it at this point. Why does he have to be the one to tell the officer to calm down? He got his hands in visible sight. He's not going anywhere. He's sitting in the car. Why does he have to be the one to de-escalate the situation? To de-escalate an officer who should be trained in this situation.
He's at a higher rank, so you can tell who had proper training here, right?
Every part of this situation right now has not shown any threat.
This is not how you treat a vet. I'm actively serving this country, and this is how you're gonna treat me. I didn't do anything. Whoa, hold on.
He did have a gun.
Hold on.
He did have a gun on him before.
Yeah.
Watch it.
In Virginia, you have the right. You could carry.
Well, he's military.
Get out of the car.
That last spray was a dickhead move.
Get out of the car now.
That's fucked up. That's fucked
Get out of the car now.
Sir, just get out of the car.
I'm trying to breathe.
Get out of the car now.
If you haven't been maced, that's no joke. I've been maced. It's not cool.
Get out of the car and get on the ground.
Accidentally.
I haven't been maced, but
it's not cool. And I haven't been maced like that. It was like literally a fraction of that, and it's horrible. So I could just imagine.
I don't even want to reach my seatbelt. Can you
take your seatbelt off and get out of the car?
Can you please
get out of the car now? Listen, take off your seatbelt and get out of the car.
Look, I'm just gonna please.
You're gonna do what you're told. Get out of the car.
Look,
take your seatbelt off and get out.
That's excessive force for no reason, my man.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I'm looking at him like you're such a douchebag.
My man already
like he's using his life as an excuse to act like this. Probably he's one of those playing victims. Oh, my wife left me, or my kids don't love me. I'm the fat old man type of deal. I think that's the situation we're dealing with here, and he's taking that anger out on that guy.
Yeah,
whoever.
This was a very poorly situation.
Yeah,
handled situation. But yo, my man, the lieutenant here is on some. You already done sprayed mace on me. I'm not giving you any excuse. You gonna have to unbuckle me. And I've been in that situation. And I've had police officers go, all right, you know what? You've been unbuckled. Get out of the vehicle. All right, cool.
Thank you, officer. Teamwork.
You know, because they understand. They understand. Listen, you do it. I don't want to give you any kind of false accusations. I don't want to leave this situation in a body bag. What up, princess?
I don't want to have one of those.
Oops.
It's a wallet.
Yeah, nah. I've been through. Nah.
Print.
And they understand. At least the officers I've seen, they understand. Like, you know what? All right, boom. But no, dickhead here needs to be swinging dick.
Seatbelt off.
Look, my hands are out.
There is no control in this situation. And now.
Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car.
My hands are out.
Don't reach in there, Daniel. Don't reach in there.
My hands are out, please.
And that other cop was gonna be like, you know what? I'll unbuckle you. And he's like, don't reach in there. You're looking for an excuse.
Yeah.
You better not. You better be afraid to get out this vehicle. My man is afraid to unbuckle his seatbelt.
Ride the lightning.
He's not. Yeah, he's not. He's afraid to unbuckle his seatbelt. He's afraid to get out the car.
So,
and you do nothing. Go ahead.
Was this act the lightning? What lightning was he talking about? Was this it? You're about to ride the lightning, son. Was this it?
I don't know. I think
is his alter ego named Lightning?
Yeah, he's lightning and thunder over here.
Right?
That's the duo. Shake and
Thunder
bake,
is
lightning.
the other guy, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
lightning is this guy,
Yeah.
the one that strikes, and the other one's the thunder.
Yeah, he's silent thunder. But you see, here's the thing, Big Food, right? They're not all bad. Can't assume that Thunder over here is bad. But what's he doing to make the situation better?
Nothing.
So
he's not telling his partner, which he has the right to, like, yo, partner, stop screaming.
So to protect and serve, they're obviously not serving anyone. But who are they protecting? They just assaulted this man with this pepper spray. From what I see, for no reason, if they would have just lowered their tone and spoke to him like a man.
His hands was up the whole time.
Yeah, he showed no threat. He showed no visibility of a
He's
threat.
not a threat. Yeah, he didn't show a threat.
And if you was concerned about him leaving, there's procedures to when you get pulled over. And I've done it. What you do is you get pulled over, you stop the car, turn the engine off, take the key out the ignition, put it on your ceiling. Both hands on the steering wheel. You show the officer I have no intention to leave, and I'm not a threat. I de-escalated the situation before you got here. That's assuming the position when you get pulled over. My man ain't going nowhere. He got his hands out the car. He wants to know why you pulled him over. We're already 4 minutes into this video, and he's not told him why he pulled him over. He just said you're being detained and sprayed him with mace.
Mazed, physically touched.
The only information, the only information this lieutenant got was you should be afraid to get out the car. Get out the car, and you're maced now.
Yeah, the cop got fired too. I think the older one, not Thunder. Lightning got fired.
Lightning got fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's.
Please look.
You don't even have the fucking decency to be like, you know what, my man, I'll unbuckle you. No, now you got to do it yourself.
Go to the back. My dog is choking right now.
Get out of the car. Take your
He's
seatbelt
still
off.
screaming at me.
What are you, a specialist? Corporal, are you?
I'm a lieutenant.
Lieutenant, get out of the car. Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car. You made this way more difficult than it had to be.
Yo, Thunder really wants to do something, doesn't know what to do. See, this is the thing. There's no confidence for a good cop to step in the way of a bad cop because of seniority, or he's afraid that if he does something wrong, this guy's gonna say something, and now he's gonna be blackballed in the police department, which that happens.
And he's looking at him as we speak right now, like, yo, you are wild and you're screaming. Why are you still screaming?
You ever see a person pace like that? Is because they honestly feel like they have no idea what to do.
Yeah, he
wants to unbuckle this guy's seat. He wants to unbuckle this guy's seatbelt. He wanted to protect him from the mace.
He has that look like, bro, we can solve this right now. Can I handle this? Like, can I move forward and handle this differently? Because you are crazy right now.
He got this shit went far left. This is out of hand right now.
I was with you at the beginning, but now you're taking this over.
Yeah, Thunder, you done clapped here.
Just complied. Get out of the car.
I'm reaching
What
for
up,
my
Jem?
seatbelt.
Fine. Take your seatbelt off and get out of the car. Straight onto the ground. Straight onto the ground. Ma'am.
Is your commanding officer available?
Down. Let's go.
Is your commanding
Let's
officer
go.
available?
And he's not
Get on the
even.
ground. Get on the ground.
Please talk to
Get
me
on the
about
ground
what's
now.
going on.
Get on the ground or you're getting sprayed again. Get on the ground.
Can you please
Sprayed
talk
again.
to me
Thought he
about-
wasn't being
Get on the
arrested. Thought he was
ground.
just
Get
being
on the ground
detained.
now.
Can you please talk to me about what's
Yo.
going on?
Get on the ground.
Can you please talk to me about what's
Yes, sir.
going on?
You're not.
Can you please talk to me about what's going on?
Yo, the other guy said, "Yes, sir, you're not," and then stopped. Like, yo, you know, not for nothing. The Thunder, I don't think knows how to be a cop. My man thought he knew Aikido or some shit. Like, I feel like Thunder was a little intimidated by Lieutenant because he couldn't get this man on the ground. Pretty sure you're supposed to be trained to get a person on the ground. You know?
Why am I being treated like this? Why?
Lightning. I'm sorry, Lightning.
Why am I being treated like this? This is really messed up.
They still haven't told him why.
Yeah.
Sir, what? Just
Because you're not
Seems to be the
cooperating.
problem, officer.
Sir.
Fucked up.
Sir.
Fucked up. You know
You hear that? Sorry. Thunder knows.
this is fucked
Lay
up.
down. Lay on the ground. Just lay
You know
flat.
this is fucked
Lay
up.
flat for me, sir.
You know this is fucked up.
Sir, lay flat.
Lay
Man,
flat.
still drooling from that maze, bro.
I can't fucking.
You see, the cop that was reviewing this shit that we saw the video from, he skipped this part.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm being treated like this, and I'm fucking
Get on the
angry.
ground! Get on the ground! Right there, right there. What's that?
It's dumb. What the fuck?
Get on the ground.
I feel bad for Thunder because I feel like he doesn't want to do this.
Can I?
Just work with us. Lay down flat. Hold on. Lay down flat. Lay down flat.
See, when you speak to him like some kind of human being,
Lay down, you're gonna get tased.
Fucked up.
Lay down, you're gonna get tased.
Fucked up.
Hey,
All right, now put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
This is fucked up. This is fucked up.
I agree. All you have to do is listen.
All right.
and he still doesn't know why he got pulled over.
Yeah.
Halo 3. One in custody.
This is fucked up. Can you open up the window for my dog? I hear him choking. Can you open up the window, please?
Yes. Yes, we will.
Stand up, okay?
This is fucked up.
You need to put him on the floor to handcuff him?
Sir? Okay. Any weapons in the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay. What kind? Where and at?
What kind of dog you got?
What kind of gun you got? That's what he said?
He's a service animal.
Oh, what kind of dog you got?
Yeah, dog. He asked him where the gun was located.
So why didn't you just do as we asked, sir? Why didn't you just do as we
I'm
asked?
flying my hands out.
No, you weren't. You were not. My partner put his blue lights on.
Yes.
You didn't
He said, how come you didn't do what we asked? And he said, I was complying. He said, no, you did not.
stop.
I was pulling over to a well-lit area for my safety and yours. I have respect for law enforcement.
No, you don't.
It's
No, you don't. No. Wrong answer, sir. If you did, we would not be in this situation right now. All
Can I
right?
get some water, please?
Absolutely. Sit right on this curb right here. Back, turn around.
Come sit on this curb.
Walk backwards. Walk backwards.
Can you get some water? Can you open up the window for my dog?
I got him.
I hear him choking.
We already
got 'em
did.
all in.
We already opened it.
I'm gonna go grab a
Sit down.
bottle
I
of
got
water.
you. Sit down on the
All right,
curb.
Joe. You good with that?
Yeah. Sit down on the curb. Sit down right there.
Can I get a bottle of water?
Who's gonna pay for it?
Hey, what's up? OC?
You want a cup of water?
Whatever. I'll come back and pay for it. I'm just gonna get 2 bottles.
Here, I'm gonna give you a big cup like this.
Okay. I'm gonna give my bag. I'm going home.
You are not going home.
Shit, I ain't gonna be with you.
I feel him. I ain't trying to be caught in this.
Every time I rope, you don't go wrong.
Come on, man. Just walking away from the cop. Like, get away
Every
from
time
me.
I rope, you don't go wrong.
You are not going home.
Shit, I ain't gonna be with you. Every time I rope, you don't go wrong.
Every time I roll with you, something go wrong.
Oh, yeah. So I ain't trying to be caught with you.
Yeah. We miss you too, Jem.
You want
Fucked
another
up.
one? If so, just
Better.
let me know. I'll bring
That'll
it
be
back.
okay for now. Thank you.
Is he still gonna pay for those cups of water?
Well, she told him it don't mind. I guess because that's from the machine. and
Tap
shit,
water,
but-
and they give him tap water,
Yeah.
man. He ain't get no Fiji. He ain't get no Essentia. He
no-
ain't get
no
nothing.
Voss
He got
water.
tap water.
Why does this compose? It's a simple traffic stop.
Dark over there. Those areas are dark. I did not
And
feel
placed it on the
comfortable. Those areas
garbage.
are dark.
All right,
I have you a
hold on,
cup of water.
for you.
You
Please
want?
pour it on my face.
It's gonna make it worse. You know that, right?
All right, so if it's gonna make it worse, don't do it then.
Yeah, it's gonna reactivate it and make it worse. They're right here.
Sit here.
Where's the men?
Oh, that's why I made it worse.
I need them to talk to me. What's
They're
going
right here
on?
beside you.
What's up, man? What can you do to help me out right now?
You call for backup?
Well, where is the commanding officer on the scene, the supervisor on the scene?
I can't drive. I can't see something needs to be done. I didn't commit any crimes. I'm leaving tonight. I'm not going to jail. I need something to be done for my eyes.
Nothing I can do to help you drive.
Can you wipe my face? Can you do something?
He needs some milk.
Can you notify 801?
How are these fucking EMTs going to ask him what they want him to do with the eyes? Motherfucker, I've been pepper sprayed. You tell me what I do with his eyes. Pour milk on the face? Yes, milk is supposed to be good for spicy shit when you eat it. Maybe I never heard of any remedy for mace in the face. So pour milk on your face. I believe it.
They refuse to get out. We told them to get out. Try to take it out.
Keep your handcuffs on you for their sake. Until they can figure out what's up or why you don't want to stop for them, they're probably going to leave you.
It was a dark area. Pulled over to a well-lit place.
That's fine. You can tell him that. So
I told him that, and that's why I don't understand why I'm still in
How do you say your last name?
Nazario.
Okay, Mr. Nazario. I know this doesn't make a lot of sense to you, but the more that you blink, it's going to cause your eyes to tear, and it's going to get that burning out, okay? So blink for me. The more that you blink your eyes, it's going to cause tearing.
Tear up. Your natural tears have saline.
Blow my nose. Can I please blow my nose? Can you please take your coke?
Go ahead, let it out. That'll help. Just pepper this. You wipe my nose?
That's crazy, yo.
And they say if you get mace, pour milk in face, pour milk on your face and eyes.
Pee in his face? Can you pee on your face? I don't know if you get stung by a jellyfish. They pee on you. Good.
They were
Does that
saying
apply?
they were saying that the tears have saline in that affect the acid and shit.
More?
No, it's supposed to wash it out.
Okay. Oh, true.
Yeah, but Aaliyah was saying you pour milk on your face and eyes when you get maced.
Nazario, do you have any?
He probably has a standard issue Beretta.
Okay. You take your medication on a regular basis? No. Are you allergic to any medicine?
I got you.
Now, if you're gonna let him go anyway, why you did all this?
You don't know that, Aaliyah.
Have you tried it?
Yeah, right. You don't know that.
No, but why you gonna?
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not in the back of the vehicle. You're obviously not gonna arrest him for shit. Why couldn't you ask him while he was sitting in the car? Why couldn't this have been de-escalated while he was sitting in the car, and then he could have came out to finish talking to you?
Yeah, ego. I think it was a lot of ego and a lot of emotion.
Because the safest place for him is inside the car, inside the vehicle.
Shit, apparently not. It'll drag your ass out.
I mean, you better be afraid to get out this vehicle.
That's crazy, bro.
Why aren't you following orders? You nigga, you just told me to be afraid to get out the vehicle.
I'm obeying.
Yeah.
All right. How long is this video?
30 minutes. We're not gonna watch the whole shit, but
There's nothing going on. There's nothing wrong. Come on. This
Obviously there is, because you wouldn't comply with us.
Yeah, exactly, big fool.
You refused.
He's power
You said,
tripping.
No, I'm not getting out of the car.
I was asking what was going on. My hands are out the window.
And we told you it was a traffic stop, and you refused to comply. So hold on. Before we get to that, my medics are still here. You still need my medics?
Yes, I'm going to stay here.
We'll stand by, man. Okay. Stay here as long as you need us.
he needs him to stay there because he don't feel safe with your ass around.
So that's
about how long does this take?
And he's still grabbing him like he's about to run
You
off.
just come out of rookie school. How long does pepper spray activate?
It'll take about 20 minutes, man.
He came out of rookie school? Who came out of rookie
The
school?
other officer.
I know it doesn't make sense, but the more you blink, the better it's going to be. I didn't believe the guys when they told me either, okay? But the more you blink, the better it's going to get.
They go through this stuff
making
in
me
their
very
training.
anxious. Can you please take the cuffs off
No.
me, please? I need to relax. Okay.
If you
Okay,
hadn't
so
fought us, then yeah.
I did not fight you. Look, can you adjust this, please? So my wrist can face each other, please.
They can lock them.
Please.
When I take your arms out, do not pull away, okay?
I'm not going to pull away. I'm just asking you to please.
Okay, and
I'm
pull
going to work with
away.
you as much as you'll work with me.
My grandmother is retired NYPD.
All right, what do you want to do with this hand?
I want to twist it around this way. Yeah.
All right.
Can you look inside this a little bit, please?
Yeah, it is so
Where's your
wrong for
ID,
all
sir?
of this.
I believe it's in this,
Officer Dickhead.
this shoulder pocket.
Here?
Yes.
Yeah.
You feel something rectangular?
Where are you stationed at, Mr. Nazario?
I'm coming from
Lieutenant Nazario, not Mister.
Zipper? Oh, zipper, okay.
I'm coming from a medical event. I'm a medical officer.
All right, I'll put your wallet back in here, okay?
What y'all do? Exercise today?
Do you have? We're preparing for a deployment. So
Thank you.
And you don't want to fuck with no JAG officer.
Yes, sir.
Because that's who represents him.
Where are you staying?
Some shit
Officer
all day. I
D-head.
can't see shit without my eyes.
my unit.
You got it. I'll get that from you in a minute.
Yeah, but did anyone check back on the dog? I feel bad for the dog.
Yeah, you see.
That's all I'm supposed to do. If you just stepped out the car and only told me to, we'd be done by now. It's a simple traffic violation.
Ain't nothing simple about this traffic violation, partner. You had guns drawn on them. You had guns drawn on them, yelling at them, and pepper sprayed them. What's simple about that? That's how you do it all the time in Virginia? Remind me never to get stopped in Virginia. I don't want to get pepper sprayed.
I'm going to Virginia. I'll let you know how it goes.
Oh, please.
I'm gonna drive in the middle of the night with this exact hoodie on. See what happens.
Oh, you're gonna get shot, pepper sprayed, and then pulled over.
Mr. Nazario, look.
My man's gonna get shot and then sentenced to 10 years in jail for.
He had the license plate, Bigfoot. He just was obstructing the view of it, I believe.
The thing was, the license plate wasn't where it traditionally was. There were tags on the upper right hand of the back window. And the officer seen that. But it all escalated to this shit. It was improper display of a license plate. Some shit like that, you get a ticket. I know in New York, you get a ticket. And if you could prove that you have license or tags or something, you would mail it into the DMV and they'll dismiss the ticket. I don't know why you, like, I can understand you have guns drawn in the beginning because he took you to this place. But you want to talk about de-escalation. This is the only time that the situation's been de-escalated. My man's pepper sprayed in the face, handcuffed, his dog is choking, and he got EMTs rubbing his eyes because of shit. Now you want to talk to him like a reasonable person.
You want to stop in a well-lit area because you're nervous.
Yes.
The whole BLM movement, you're probably nervous and all that. They feel the same way. They're nervous for their jobs and their lives. I get where you're coming from. They get where you're coming from. But let's let this pepper spray kind of wear off and.
They don't get where he's coming from because they have fucking guns out on him. You to put the guns away and talk to him like a human being is like, all right, I get it. The guns didn't go away until he's on the fucking floor saying this is fucked up.
Stuff, and then just have an intelligent conversation with them.
Driving all the way down here. First of all, you.
All right, Jam, have a good night.
There, but okay, you felt more comfortable here, okay? Coming here was not the problem. That was not the problem. The problem is.
So why you had the guns out?
Coming here was not the problem.
When you refused to get out of the car.
The problem was when you refused to get out of the car. You opened up your door with guns drawn. So what was the purpose?
Told him because he drove away for a mile and a half.
Yeah. So what was the purpose of the guns being drawn? If there was no problem that I drove here, why do you have your guns out?
That's how you know they're bullshitting, Bigfoot.
100% bullshit.
That's how you know they're lying. Yeah, they're lying.
Bullshit. He wants to act like what happened didn't just fucking happen.
Okay? You refused to get out of the car. When we got here and you stepped out of the car, I can promise you, this would have been over by now.
Yeah, because you would have shot him.
It would have been over. You'd be gone.
And if you didn't have your guns out, you probably would have got out the car. Or if you'd have spoke to him in the car for a simple traffic violation, it would have been over with also.
Because you ain't handled this like a simple traffic violation.
You should be afraid to get out of the car. Why didn't you get out the car?
I would have told him that if I was the lieutenant. You told me I should be afraid to get out the car. Let's get that on camera again.
Look, like he said, he's a vet. He don't want to get you in no trouble with your command.
When the EMT is doing more of a job to de-escalate a fucking situation is a problem.
Not dizzy, man, right? You gonna fall over?
You alright, Cruz?
You okay, Mr. Nazario? That's it wearing off a little bit now.
Yo, Cruz,
I can see a little better.
My man Cruz fell asleep on us. Uh-oh. Think he froze or something.
So we're progressing. We're getting there.
Sonny, what up, Sonny?
I'm heading to Petersburg right now. Check on some family stuff. I got a bunch of gear in the vehicle. I'm transferring units right now.
Chillin', man.
Loaded up with gear.
You just talking about this shit and what happened earlier yesterday with the 15-year-old girl. We was talking about that earlier, but it's just crazy.
Okay, well, specifically, he was asking about weapons. What kind of weapons you got there?
It's right there. I'm sure he's sorry already.
How come this ENT can ask better questions than this fucking cop?
About weapons. What kind of weapons?
I'm transferring units right now. My vehicle's loaded up with gear.
Okay, well, specifically, he was asking about weapons. What kind of weapons you got there?
It's right there. I'm sure he's sorry already. Right
no, I mean, you just got a handgun or you got a long gun?
A handgun.
No long gun? Where's it at?
I got it.
We got technical difficulties with Cruz.
Yeah, he came back with it. We're on a firearm. X-ray Delta 996874, XD 996874.
That's crazy. But shit, just for the sake of time, yeah, this is bullshit that happened
I
there.
looked out the mirror and I saw guns drawn. I put my hands out.
And we told you, we identified ourselves, we told you to step out of the vehicle, and you wouldn't. And all you had to do was comply, and we'd have been done by now, okay? Because trust me, as far as driving...
My man said you should be afraid to get out the vehicle. I'm gonna leave it at that. You should have complied to anything other than you should be afraid to get out the vehicle with my gun in your face. But everything's all right. But I'm gonna end it now because I just looked at the time. You know, we gotta work tomorrow and shit. I gotta go to sleep. But yo, I don't even know how to end this stream right now, but that's the way it is. You had to feed the little one. Yeah, you didn't miss anything after that. Just the EMT was de-escalating the situation more than the cops were, but I mean, there's different examples of when cops fuck up and there's fucked up situation. I should be afraid to end the stream, right? If you just ended it, would have ended it, but you should be afraid to end it. It's crazy, the shit we living in, but yeah. That's the way it is. That's the way it goes. Hopefully, should, you know, I don't even know what to fucking say. We'll follow up with if there's any repercussions for this dude. Chris said that he got fired, but let's see if, you know, we'll look that up before I come to that conclusion. But yeah. On that note, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead signing out. Be careful out there. I want y'all here for every podcast. Don't bullshit me. All right, guys. Yo, Sonny, Aaliyah, Big Food, Gem, Pump, Brazy, everybody else in the chat. Y'all have a good night. Peace. I don't know why it does that. Oh, wait, Cruz is back on. Yeah, I just ended it.
Nah, bro. It's gonna drop, man.